Hello and good evening. Welcome to the Flattest State of Comics podcast, episode 2. We've got a big show tonight, and we can't wait to get going. So we are part of the Fandom podcast network. You can hit that QR code right there on the screen. Proud to be part of the Fandom podcast network, and we're live on YouTube. You can also hear us anywhere you find podcasts in a couple of days. So with that being said, we have a very special guest, writer Zack Kaplan. Shout out real quick to Comic Capsules. And if you hit that FSC, the Flattest State of Comics 10, FSC 10, they will give you a 10% discount. Comic Capsules, super cool way to display your comics. Got UV protection. Now, if you bring me up. And there's one right there. I've got a purple one right there. How nice they look. And then Zack, my has that book right there. Port of Earth, Nick Dragotta cover. And that's a red one. So Comic Capsule, super cool, guys, and super cool product. So use the code FC10 and get yourself a 10% discount. Shout out to Comic Capsule. All right. So and my co-host. First, I'm going to bring in the Retro Corner, Austin. Austin, will you join me?
Hey, what's up, Steve?
How are you, buddy? How you doing this evening?
I'm good. I'm glad to be back, and I'm excited to talk comics and everything else we talk about.
I can tell you got a brand new camera. That looks like a movie set behind you.
It's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. I was having some technical difficulties earlier, but
all right, you're up in your game. It looks good.
Okay, good.
Someday you'll be able to grow a beard a little more like mine.
I'm trying. I just trimmed it up.
We're both trying out for the Kratos opening is what we're doing.
There you go.
Let's bring in our buddy Spencer, the retro nerd, the stoked nerd, not the retro nerd, the stoked nerd. There he is, Spencer. Hey, buddy.
What's going on, guys? Very excited for today's episode. We got a heater incoming. Yeah,
we've got a big episode, and we've got a pretty cool guest host joining us today. Shannon from Bat City Comic Professionals. Please welcome her. She is a four-time Eisner finalist for Best LCS, Bat City Comic Professionals in Bradenton, Florida. It's actually an honor to have Shannon with us. So, Shannon, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
You just got back from San Diego Comic-Con, right?
I did. I got back on Tuesday, so I still haven't slept I think we're going on like 2 weeks of not more than 4 or 5 hours a night sleep, but, way less alcohol content since I got back from San Diego. So
okay, you're detoxing. All right, good.
Slightly,
Very good. All right, guys, are you guys excited for our guest?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
That's just some of his body of work right there. If you're listening to the podcast, we've got images of Only the Savage Are Left, Kill All Immortals, Masterminds, Port of Earth. There's a picture of the handsome Zack Kaplan right there. And his new book drops next Wednesday at your local LCS, so go get it. The Smart Division. That's a robust bunch of titles he's got, and I know he's done a lot more than that. So we're going to talk to him, pick his brain, and shout out real quick to our producer and engineer, Green Lantern Kyle. Kyle, thanks for all your help with the show. We greatly appreciate it. And if you'll bring Zack on now, we'll get going.
Hey guys.
Hey Zack.
Hey Zack, welcome.
Whoa. Thank you so much.
How you doing?
I'm like Shannon. I'm exhausted. San Diego Comic-Con's a gauntlet, and it kind of came right back in with no sleep and into like another crazy week. So I'm also excited it's the weekend. I'm really excited it's the weekend because I get a little relief on the weekend. So yeah, but I'm great. It was a good con. It was a good San Diego Comic-Con.
Productive?
Yeah, very productive and fulfilling. I think, just getting to see so many amazing creators that you don't get to see, and comics is a small industry once you get in it. And so it's really some of those gatherings, whether it's like the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund party or just everyone kind of goes to the Hilton when the Eisners are going on and takes over the bar there and the Odyssey Lounge, and it's just great. It's just great to literally. I was joking with someone. You have 100 2-minute conversations because you're literally talking to someone for 2 minutes, and then oh my god, it's like,
Yeah.
Hey, there's Tim Seeley. Tim, how you doing? Oh my god, there's so and so, and there's so and so, and it's just nonstop running into people and saying hello, and everyone's doing that to each other. So it's it'd be a very funny time lapse, but yeah, it's very fulfilling. So. I'm sure Shannon, right?
It's exactly that. Like the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund party is, I always say it's like going to a high school reunion or like a wedding or something.
Yeah.
Like I only see these people so often, but then you get there and every single person is there, and you're, like you said, you're just turning one way or another. And it's so funny because you always want to be the polite person, so you're like, do you know? And like the second you say it, you know that person knows the other person, like immediately, because everybody freaks out. But it's like between that and, like you said, like the Hilton, like the Hilton bar is such a fun time. I know, like by Friday and Saturday night at the Hilton bar, you're just like, oh my gosh, I know everybody in this room that I didn't know when I got here on Wednesday, which was like the 5 people I didn't already know, and now you're hanging out as like best friends forever at this thing, and you're like, I will hopefully remember everybody's name when I get next year. Yeah.
It's great. It's really fulfilling and exhausting all at the same time. So I don't think I was out till at least 2 a.m. every single night. So
we closed the Hilton bar every night, so we were there till about 4.
Yes. I left at like 1:32, being responsible. That's like in San Diego Comic-Con speak. That's responsible.
Yeah.
And you were not responsible. You were just, F it, I'm here, and I'm gonna close it out at 4 a.m. Yeah.
You're only here once a year, and
love it.
You you go to New York and after that, and it's not the same. It's not all contained in that one spot. So this is like the one time where everybody is right there all together, other than the Comics Pro annual meeting. And so it's like, we've gotta all hang out while we can. And the going to sleep is overrated at San Diego.
This is a complete non sequitur, and I don't mean to hijack your but Shannon, were you involved in the blue carpet thing that was cool? That was so cool. So cool. Yeah, they did a blue carpet at the Eisners, and which is like, the red carpet, but it's the blue carpet. And it was I was kind of watching a little bit of it, and I got to see some of the videos where like people get to just talk about what's going on. It was so clever and awesome. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, please do that every year. That's awesome.
That's our goal. I talked to Laura Jones, who's taking over the Eisners this year, and I was like, we need a red carpet experience, and Comics Pro would love to sponsor that, and I'll host it with Alex Scola of all fame of every publisher. And I'm like, please, like, let us do this ridiculously amazing thing. And it was even better than we thought it was going to be, and they are already excited to see it become a part of the Eisner slate. So
100%, it was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's like the Super Bowl of comic events, and I hope someday to go.
Yeah, me as well. I was having major FOMO last weekend, just seeing everyone post about San Diego.
Come next year. Just dive on in.
I'm putting it on the calendar right now.
Good.
I need to be there.
Very good. Zach,
yes.
We're going to get to the Smart Division towards probably the end of the interview, but you just had issue 2 of Only the Savage Are Left drop on Wednesday. I read it, enjoyed the hell out of it.
Thank you.
Tell us about that book, and is that going to be a limited series?
It is currently slated as a limited series. It's been, I think it's Dark Horse's best-selling book of the year.
Wow.
But and perhaps in the top 3 for the past couple of years. So it's been huge for us, and the reviews have been absolutely fantastic. But we are just taking a beat to finish this arc and see what we want to do with it. So currently it's a mini series. It will definitely land in a very fulfilling way for sure. But it's a monster apocalypse book, kind of following in the footsteps of Walking Dead or Last of Us. Couple major changes or twists where in this supernatural action adventure you can survive being bit or being infected. You can save yourself by killing someone else that's infected, and that creates this kind of really complex moral dilemma. The main character is a very kind of moralistic pacifist, and he gets thrown in the ringer, which is awesome. And then the other I think the other kind of major thing is seeing it through a young man's eyes, because I often say, like, Rick or in Walking Dead or Joel in Last of Us, these are middle-aged guys who are kind of looking at everything with regret and remorse, and this is a character that gets to maybe question if it's too late for the world and what he wants his role to be in it, and how he wants to live his life. So really, really proud of the book. It's been an awesome response, and it was great to see all the buzz on issue 2.
Very cool. Austin, you got anything? You got a question?
I do. You kind of mentioned it already. The inspiration for the book. You said The Last of Us and The Walking Dead. My main question was your inspiration. Besides those, was there anything else? Because I don't know if you've ever heard of a game called Prototype. It is a game that's similar to this world, where there's one main character that you play as that gets infected and gets these powers. And it's similar to that, as in, like, there's a lot of these, just the way it's drawn is like that too. But did you have any other inspiration from video games?
That game sounds familiar. But no, I think it was me thinking about the zombie genre and thinking I hadn't really seen a post-apocalyptic story with monsters.
Yeah.
So that was recipe that first went into the bowl as I'm cooking, and then it was okay, but what's different, And obviously, I think it makes me say, okay, well, this is a story about monsters. This is a story about becoming a monster, and about a world of monsters. And that kind of was where I started to say, well, what if there's not just a standard you get bit stuff? And so I kind of build out on kind of the themes and the story I want to tell. But I don't think there was any other, like, reference points short of, like, Walking Dead or Last of Us, or it was me looking at this is something I like to do as a writer, is look at alien arrival stories and say what's missing, or look at mind control stories and say what's different, and try to find a trope or find a subgenre and say what hasn't been done or what could be done just a little bit different to make this interesting. So I think also fundamentally it was about living in a world where it seems like we get more and more desensitized to the amount of kind of savagery and self-interest that we have towards one another. And me as an individual kind of wondering, am I supposed to be this way? So I think I'm a little bit of writer and just wanting to be a good person, and also realizing maybe the world requires something else at this moment. And
I love that.
What is the balance? Yeah,
you're right. Walking Dead, and especially if you read it and you watch the show, it's like you get a handful of issues in and everyone's killing everyone and no one cares anymore. And it's like the humanity is gone. And same with The Last of Us, it's like there's no humanity. Maybe the first kill, someone feels bad, but then it's all gone after that. So it's refreshing to see a book that's like this.
Well, I feel like it's
Oh, as I say, you kind of bring in it almost feels with this book that you, in your way of genre bending that you always do, is you almost created a portal fantasy out of a zombie apocalypse story, because you have him in there and he's, behind those doors and he's safe and he's everything and he's kind of that, but then he walks out and he's the innocent on that journey, and he has all of those experiences that we see somebody like Dorothy go down, and you go through the darker and darker points of the world, and yet he's trying to hold on and be to his own hope, but also remain our hope in the world, because it's like if he can keep that, but then you also add in that he's doing it all for love. Like he's doing it for this girl that he loves, and so you pull all of that back into it, and now you've blended all those genres in this perfect way through this story. And I think that also gives you something more to do with the story because you are giving us both of those things at the same time.
I love to take characters and pull them in two different directions and have readers want them to go in both directions. And so on the one hand, it's a testing plot. Like, will he stay true to his more? He's got some good ideas here. Like, maybe we should be kind to one another. Like, yeah, like stay true to that. But also, the world isn't like that. And the girl you're in love with is a stone cold badass killer who's learned that this world is not going to tolerate, pacifism. And so wait, how's that going to work, you and her? Because like she's completely different. And if you're willing to do anything for love, are you going to change for her? And how's this relationship going to work? And you want him to succeed at both, and he can't. And so that makes such a great, like, in addition to filling it with monsters and cliffhangers and challenges and all sorts of bad guys and fun stuff, like at a core you're dying to know which way is he gonna fall, and I just love that kind of story.
And isn't that the point of like every zombie story in the end, that we're actually the monsters? Like, and
right, yeah.
The idea that like of that, and you in this issue, without spoiling it, like you balance the two of them so perfectly well with just those little glimpses of what she's going through, and then his over like thinking all of it and trying to prove to us that he's the good person, and then we just get these little glimpses, and like you said, it's like, ooh, but we as the reader, the dramatic irony of the moment is like, we know she's not what you are, and that tension of that alone is great build to add to the story.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think
did you have any trepidations, concerns about taking on the post-apocalyptic genre? There's a lot out there. I mean, I don't know if you've read The Road or the Dog Stars.
Yeah, The Road's great too.
Were you ever like, if I handle this right, I can do it? Or
oh yeah, it occurred to me simultaneously that this is one of the most successful genres. Like when you land something in this subgenre, it really lands. I mean, just look at the things we're referencing, and at the same time, there's so much of it that if you don't land, you get buried in the dust of it all. And so, yeah, I definitely felt the mix of an excitement to take on this and the challenge of like, oh man, I can't mess this one up because it'll just die on the vine. So, but I think that was when it was in the story design, it was really making sure that it had something new to say, a fresh spin on the conflicts. Like Austin said, this is not just a story about like killing the bad guys and they're trying to kill us and we're all trying to get away from zombies at the same time. Like there's something more to this. And so, yeah, it was just filling it with that. And then of course, partnering with a great art team, Stefano Raffaele and Thiago Rocha really helped to build out, I think, an aesthetic and a look that feels a little fresh. It's its own thing, and I think that's really a testament to their work in it. So, yeah, it was it was daunting, but I dove in because I wanted to give it a shot.
Spencer, you got anything as far as?
So I'm just curious. You've had a few of your comics be optioned for like TV shows and such.
Yeah.
Is that like your ultimate goal? And does that potentially change the way how you approach writing a comic?
I don't have one ultimate goal. I think I don't know if you guys know my origin story, but the short and sweet of it is I started as a film and TV writer. I went to film school and I spent a decade pursuing film and TV stuff. So it's always been a childhood dream of mine to have a movie made or have a TV show made. But I also I loved reading comics. And then when I did a comic, I fell in love with the craft and the community, and I dove all in and I make comics now again and again. So it's not one singular goal. I'm trying to tell great comic stories. Sometimes I do things like Beyond Real, which couldn't possibly get adapted into a film or TV thing. But yeah, it's not lost on me that this is something that could make for a great TV show or a great film. I sometimes I think about an idea and I know its potential, and sometimes I think about an idea and I'm like, oh, that's not very commercial, but I want to do that anyway. And so yeah, I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but yeah, I would love to see something eventually made. It's a trend that Hollywood is still coming to pick up stories and adapt them. The comics has proven that it's a visual medium that gives us a chance to tell something and show that it works and show that readers can respond to it. And so I'm all for it. But I approach like. But for this one, for Only the Savage Are Left, it wasn't lost on me that, Walking Dead, Last of Us, those are done. Hollywood needs one of these every 10 years. So I'll throw my hat in the ring. Here we go. Here's one,
I'd love to see it.
Me too.
What shows, or excuse me, what books other than, I know Port of Earth, what else has been talked? What do you got, like, it's been optioned, I guess is the question.
The stuff that's been announced, because I've had things that have gone that have not come out. But in my first 3 books were optioned. Eclipse was my first book, which was optioned. Port of Earth was optioned, and Lost City Explorers were optioned. And then I had a couple along the and Mindset was announced that was optioned by I've had 4 announced. And I've had a couple of things behind the scenes that have not been announced and are still kicking. And Hollywood's a crazy beast.
Yeah.
So a lot of times these things kick around, and sometimes they fall to the wayside. So I focus on making great comics, and we'll see what happens.
And Zach knows that I will be one of the first people in the theater for a Mindset movie, because it is one of my favorite comics. It's something I push on everybody is Mindset.
And there's Breakout. Yeah, Breakout would make a great one too. So
Shannon, your husband Matt made me buy that, and I'm glad he did. I really enjoyed that. I could easily see that being on Netflix.
Yeah,
Netflix, call that.
Absolutely.
From your lips to the Netflix ears. Yeah.
Why don't we'll get to this, and that'll give us some more things to talk about. We have the rapid fire questions.
Let's go.
This is the Wayland Yutani box, and let's pull these out. These are rapid fire. There's 10 questions.
Will I get an alien inside of me after doing all this?
Maybe. Depends how these go, how rapid these are. All right. Zack Kaplan, what is your favorite movie? Feel free to give me 2 or 3.
I love me some Blade Runner. I love me Star Wars. Star Wars: A New Hope. I grew up on that.
More of a New Hope than an Empire guy?
Oh yeah, I'll go with Empire. It's tough. It's tough. I like to just look at the whole trilogy. I like the Star Wars, the original Star Wars trilogy. Blade Runner. I'll go with those. We'll leave it there.
Solid.
Favorite band or musical artist? Feel free to name 2 or 3.
One of my favorite bands in the past few years has been the Bleachers. I love the Bleachers. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look into it.
Jack Antonoff. Yeah, who
What kind of
writes?
music?
It's like indie rock. He's been on kind of a modeled after Bruce Springsteen kind of. Oh, and then one of my other favorites, which I'm fortunate enough to have done a graphic novel for them, is The Midnight, which is one of the largest synthwave bands out there.
Very cool. Favorite superhero?
Yeah, but Green Lantern. I'll go with Green Lantern.
Oh, there's a shout out.
I love me some outer space. I love me some cosmic adventure. Yeah.
Are you looking forward to the show Lanterns? Are you going to watch that?
I am. I'm very much looking forward to it, and I've heard good things from inside people, so I'm hopeful.
It's HBO. I feel like they don't miss very often. So If you weren't a writer, Zack Kaplan, what career do you think would be kind of cool?
Dang, what career would be cool? What career would I want to do? Because there are a lot of cool careers that I would not do well at. Like being a rock star is cool, but I would not make for a very good rock star. I also can't skate to save my life, so I can't be a skater. What do I think would be a cool career? I like home design. I would love to flip homes. I feel like that looks really hard but really fun. I like watching home flipping shows. I feel like that'd be cool to demo walls and do all that stuff. That looks like it'd be fun.
I would love to see the house that you designed.
Yeah, thanks. I'll let you, when I do it, I'll invite you for the party.
Thanks.
You got to document that whole process. You are on death row. What would your last meal be?
I think I just go with kind of a great steak, a little grass-fed bone-in fillet or something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Beverage of choice?
Old-fashioned.
There you go. Okay. What's the weirdest item on your desk right now?
Weird. What's the weirdest item on my desk? I don't have much. I'm none of these things are weird. I got a little baseball, little star, like I don't know what this is, a little baseball.
That'll
Ball.
Yeah, little ball to play around with. You know, that's the weirdest thing. Everything else is coasters and ear pods and bamboo plant. You know,
some weird squeezy thing too.
Yeah, the weird squeezy stuff's always the weird stuff. So,
what city would you like to visit or return to?
I'd like to go to Japan. Go back to Japan. I went to Japan long time ago. I loved it.
Same here. I was in 205 and 207, and I want to go back next year.
Yeah, I love Japan.
Same here.
I'll see you
there. That's not a city. That's a country, but Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, they all count.
Yeah.
What TV show or movie do you quote the most?
It's a great question. Do I quote the most? Oh, geez. This is not rapid fire.
This is not rapid
They're hard, Steve.
What movie or TV show do I quote the most? That's tricky.
That's a tough one. I
think it's Curb Your Enthusiasm for me with Larry David, but
sure. I mean, maybe Seinfeld is up there for sure. Yeah. I was gonna say there's a couple from Mad Men that I sometimes quote. So Mad Men might be in there. Mad Men, Seinfeld. I mean, there's some movies I know by heart that I don't quote. But, you know, like we can do Spaceballs, you know, all day here. So
you excited for the new one?
I am excited for the new one. Yeah, I was cracking up when they launched the plan, the phases.
Yeah,
the 12 phases. Very clever. Yes, I am excited for that.
All right, we only got two more.
Let's do it.
What is the best pearl of wisdom you have received from a fellow creator at a convention?
From a fellow creator at a convention.
And not go to bed before 2:00. That doesn't happen.
I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. Well,
tweak away.
At a convention specifically.
Well, from a creator.
From a creator.
Somebody you
haven't gotten too much. I feel like I should be getting a lot more advice from creators. I haven't gotten a lot of advice from creators. Don't pick fights on social media. I feel like that's a pretty obvious one. I can't think of that, but I'll give a good one because I'm sure there are people who are listening out there. who would like to know what I think's one of the best pieces of advice I got, which is the thing you're working on is not your golden egg. You are the golden goose. And that is to say that no one project, no one book, no one thing is going to suddenly change your life or break you in or solve all your problems. You are the product. You're building yourself up, and that's really what you're doing. So okay. I think that's one of the best advice I've heard from someone in the business.
I like it. All right, last one here. If you could travel back in time and tell your 8 to 10-year-old self to learn a particular skill that would carry over into your adulthood, what would it be?
Meditation.
Okay.
What a real answer.
This is stressful. This stuff's stressful, man. I'm working too hard. I'm worrying about everything. Let's say you'll learn everything else. Yeah, let's go with that. That's
okay.
A fun one.
All right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Although that'd be pretty funny that like some 9-year-old is already like a master of meditation, like in and of itself. You know, like people are picking on you, and you're just like, what are you doing?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a superpower.
All right, we're done with the rapid fire. Guys, do you have some questions for Zack?
So I do. So you're about to, you're with your new title, you're coming back to working with John J. Pearson.
Yes.
Like to work with somebody who is actually literally painting your work to life, and just the crazy stuff that he creates is gorgeous. And
it is. Yeah, it's crazy. So if you guys are not familiar, John J. Pearson is he's an artist that's not been in comics for too long. In fact, I think that Mindset was his first book that he drew solely by himself. Prior to that, he had done some that was like nationally published. He had done some short comics prior to that, and then he did Blue and Green with Rom V, which won him the Eisner with Anand's work, which was where I saw his work. And from that, he's had just a short kind of career. He did In Bloom with Boom. He did Infernals with Image, some Department of Truth. But he's in this kind of Martin Simmons, Christian Ward, kind of all of them following in the footsteps of Bill Sienkiewicz, and they're painting, and it's crazy. I mean, John goes back and forth, so he will draw line art, he'll scan it in, he'll do some touches online, he'll print it out. He'll wash with colors, and he'll paint again in person, and then he'll scan that in, and he'll do touch-ups. So he's going back and forth between digital and physical, and it creates just such a great product. In fact, when I send out digital PDFs of his work, I feel bad because it looks so much better in person when you hold it, and I'm like, this is a pale version of this. And then, we both, you don't know what you're going to get when you partner with a collaborator. But John and I both really had a desire to break form. And we would kind of say, how can we not do 5-page panel here, just basic stuff? Like, what could we do that's like crazy and different and out there? And we both fell in love with that, so we just kept doing it again and again and again. And Mindset is just full of like crazy, like, let's do this, let's do that. And I'd see him do something, and then I would write to it. I'm a big fan of patterns. Mm-hmm. So John did one in Mindset where the main character is like front and center in a fisheye lens. And I'm like, okay, that's in every issue now. We're going to do that. We're going to build on it. We're going to deconstruct it as we go. As this character gets more fractured, we're going to fracture him with this double page. And so I like to come in and get nerdy. And John does too, more than any other collaborator I've worked with. And so we have had a great time on the new book, The Smart Division. But it is a whole different process than other artists I work with because of the back and forth that he approaches it, and because he's approaching the layouts and then the form in such an experimental way. I mean, he'll choose when he over renders or under renders a character. Some of the art is like almost sketched, like it looks like just a pencil sketch, and sometimes it's really refined and almost like a digital camera took the picture. And so you're like, whoa, what am I looking at here? There's such juxtaposition. So as a storyteller, I can't just let that be. I have to come in and say, okay, what's the reason that we're doing this, and kind of build to it. So a lot of times we'll have conversations before I even script, and I'll say, talk to me about what you're thinking, and we'll work on that. So we put a lot of thought into our books, and Mindset was very rewarding because I feel like people got that. So I'm excited for the Smart Division because I feel like they'll get the same experience, and it's something that I'm proud of. It's a really fun thing to do.
So since you have these conversations beforehand, did you and John talk about what all of the twists and turns of Mindset were going to be beforehand? And did you know the end? I'm putting that in quotes. I'm gonna say
the ending,
because it's what that top is still turning at the end of Mindset, and we don't really know what's real and what isn't. But did y'all have that conversation before you started?
I knew so two-part. I knew the whole story, the nuts and bolts of everything, and I did pitch him once we started. Here's what the whole, because I do actually arc out everything. I'm not a pantser writer, I'm a planner writer. So I do plan everything out because I feel like that gives me the best opportunity to have plants and payoffs in my stories. Cool. So I did say, here's a big treatment about everything that's going to happen in Mindset, and here's what it is. But I will say, I don't know if I've revealed this on other podcasts. It wasn't until I sat down to write the last issue of Mindset that I realized it needed an open ending, and I had not planned on giving it an open ending. I had a closed ending, and I was like, oh, this needs to be an open ending. And I don't know if you guys are familiar, but there are not many. I mean, most stories have a closed ending where they something happens and you know how it ends. But Inception is one great example of you don't know if it was this or that. And there's some other great, open-ended stories. But I was like, oh, this needs to be an open-ended story because it's all about who's controlling who and what you believe. And so I wanted to leave readers with a debate. And so it worked great in that regard. So I discovered that when I got to the last issue that this can't be closed. And it was an amazing discovery. And I'm so glad that I left it like that. So,
I am too. I'm so glad you discovered that. I think there should have been an Eisner with that discovery. Because
thank you.
that ending makes everything in that book just completely change. And if you guys have not read Mindset, seriously, I would put it in like my top 10 favorite comics. So
thank you.
Yeah, I need to check that out. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I'll come over to Bat City and buy the trade.
Yes.
More in stock. We just ordered more because when
Perfect.
Ronan came to get it, apparently Matt found out that I had sold all of them. So we're getting more.
So no connection to Masterminds.
No connection to Masterminds.
Are you working on a sequel to that? Because that ended like you could definitely go into another.
Yeah, I'm not currently working on a sequel to Masterminds. We did end it in what I hope people feel is a fulfilling way. Like, yeah. but like the movie ended. I think there is a sort of illusion to what might happen next, but it wasn't entirely with the intention of revealing that there's more story to be continued, as much as it was meant to reveal where the characters are going now that they've had this transformative experience. And I was influenced by some of, like, I think Mindset was my first open ending, and it's not been my last. Beyond Real has an open ending, which I loved, and I would say Masterminds, it doesn't have an open ending, but it has some subjectiveness to it. But I think it's a little more concrete. But I do love a good ending where you go, hold on, can I ask you this? Was it this or that? Because I thought it was this, but some people think it's that. I just love that kind of ending. There's only two ways. The only way to do an open ending is there's only two possible ways it was. It can't be like maybe 20 different things happen. It's either they all died or they all lived or it's this or it's that. But like, yeah, I like it.
When you do that in your personal mind, do you have one that you think it actually is?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you tell people?
No, I can never tell people. It's like saying which kid you like better. You can't do that.
I like it.
Yeah.
You've got a pretty, at this point, a pretty robust body of work. If Scott Snyder came a calling and said, hey, Zach, we want you to do Absolute Constantine miniseries, what's your answer?
What took you so long? Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I absolutely would do it. It has to be the right character. Constantine would be. I feel like I would. Do
I just threw that one out there.
Yeah, I would do. I think I would do a great Constantine, especially because some characters you just don't. You don't like. Listen, I love Swamp Thing. I don't think I'd do a good Swamp Thing. Even though he's supernatural and he's this and that, I think Swamp Thing's got a different. It's got a different thing. But here's what I found, and I didn't know this writing, but doing many podcasts and talking about your work over and over, and you realize that you're kind of writing the same story 20 different ways. And I actually am writing the same story 20 different ways. And the story I'm writing is that we live in a world that has gone completely mad. And I'm trying to figure out how to maintain my own humanity in the face of it. That's the story that I keep writing 20 different ways. And that is kind of Constantine. So I feel like that would be a fun one to take on. But I would absolutely love to do that. But I've also been very hesitant to not. I've heard so many horror stories from writers who have gone into the big two who have been given the wrong assignment. And so I'm not an eager beaver where I'm ready to just write whatever freaking thing comes my way that's not right for me. So it'd have to be the right one. But I'd love to find the right character and the right story. So.
Do you have a character in mind that you'd love to write at, say, DC?
I mean, Constantine's not a bad one. I like Green Lantern because I like outer space stuff. But I will say the things that have been most inspiring to me in recent years have been things like Tom King's Mr. Miracle, or taking a character and being like, what about this character and making it relevant and making it interesting. I feel like there are so many great Batmans and Wonder Womans already. So I'm not really and so I wouldn't really be interested in throwing my hat into the ring on that kind of level. I feel like Green Lantern's got some potential. I like cerebral characters, or characters who are moral knights who get dragged through the ringer. So I'm not sure what. I'd have to do some more thought on it. Or like in Marvel, who would be the in the Marvel kind of your Doctor Stranges, or I don't know. But I it's a fun exercise. But
yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of just being given a character and then being told I could have fun with it, rather than like, here's the 22 things that are going on in continuity and make sure the character doesn't change by the end of 6 issues because we got to keep everything even keel. And it's like, that's not where my efforts are best used.
Yeah. I think if Marvel did an absolute, like a true absolute kind of universe for their stuff, where it was like take the core of a character and change it, and they did something like Beyonder, that's where I would like you doing something where you took that quintessential thing of a character and then kind of mixed it up a little bit. I think that would be a really cool way to use.
I would enjoy it. Yeah, I would enjoy that. But until then, I'll just keep making awesome creator-owned comics for sure.
Absolutely.
Please do. You guys have any other questions about any of Zach's books before we get just kind of deep into the Smart Division?
Kyle says he has a question.
Where can you see that? I don't see that.
In the chat.
Oh, I don't have a chat open. I'm sorry, Kyle.
What's your question, Kyle? I got
Green Lantern Kyle, welcome to the show. We can't hear you, Kyle.
Audio.
Buddy.
Yep, audio. My bad. I have a question real quick because you've been talking about Green Lantern so much, obviously.
Yeah.
I would love to see you tackle Green Lantern because there's so many different lanterns out there, and you could do a lantern without the confines of, oh, do I have to stay within this character or something like that? And I think that would be great. I'd also love to see you do Mr. Miracle.
I would be happy with I would be happy to do either of those. I think though, you know, like for Green Lantern, you know, I feel like there's nothing wrong with adding the 9th or the 10th Green Lantern to the mix, you know, but my love would be finding the Hal Jordan story that hasn't been told, you know, like what is the way we haven't seen Hal Jordan? I don't know if that's a darker or grimmer version or if that's a version, you know, I think we've seen versions that are surrealist. We've seen versions that are kind of over the top, you know, action heroes. We've seen Space Cop at its fullest. So I haven't thought about it, but I'd be more interested in doing something that is meaningful on a character, but we haven't seen that before. Or taking, I mean, if it's in the Lantern universe, you know, or Kyle, you know, is someone that I think has a dark streak and interesting stories there. But yeah, or you know, I don't know when Marvel reaches out. I mean, when DC reaches out, I'll let them know. I'll get to work.
Well, before I go charge my power ring, yes, there an alien will be popping out of you. At the podcast act.
There it is.
Because I did, yes, yes.
Jumping back to your book, Zach, you've kind of found a home at Dark Horse in the last few years. What's it been like working with Dark Horse? And
yeah, it's been great. I mean, if people follow comic news, Dark Horse has certainly been put through the ringer in the past couple of years, just on general things. You know, the Diamond bankruptcy, and Mike Richardson left the company after an amazing career, and I love Mike and I love what he built. But I think despite those things, I've had a great experience at Dark Horse. Dark Horse has always, I think, been very supportive of creator-owned books. They have an amazing deal for creators, which is very important because there are a lot of publishers out there that do not give good deals to creators who are doing their own work, and I think that's something that's very important. So mad respect to Dark Horse to continue to support creators in that way. Anytime I've come with you know, an idea about how I wanted to promote the book or whatever, they're supportive. So they've given me creative freedom on my books, and so I felt you know, it's a great place. And I was faced with a decision kind of last year. I could kind of spread the love around and do books at a lot of different places, but I was disenchanted with some of the deals out there and the publishers out there. And I thought, you know, I have such a great relationship with Dark Horse. Let's see if they want to you know, expand our partnership, and they did. So it's been a great year so far. So yeah, it's not to say I won't work with other publishers in the future. I already have some things lined up with other publishers to come, but yeah, I've had a great experience with Dark Horse, and I think, you know, they support creators, which is a great thing in this business. Yeah.
Absolutely. And to your point of them giving you the freedom to promote, like as a retailer, you are one of those creators that is always so good at promoting your work to us. You give us so much to help promote it to our customers. You're always on top of the game. I want like you and Matthew Rosenberg to teach a class on how creators can promote their books, because between the two of y'all, I feel like I've never missed one of your books as a store owner, and I've never not had swag to give away.
If we only knew someone that was good at organizing these things, Shannon.
If only. Yes, we'll talk. Annual meeting.
Put it together. I'll do the videos. Yeah, I've learned a lot. I mean, you have to be passionate about what you're making. You have to be excited to get the word out. You have to recognize that no one is like, everyone's trying their best. You know, retailers are trying their best. They're inundated with so much content, so much material, so many problems. And so what can I do to make this as easy as possible and as exciting as possible? And and that comes from the very story design, that comes from the concept, that comes from the covers, that comes from everything of just saying, how can I inject that level of cohesion and excitement into a book from start to finish, and then everything that I share that just makes retailers go, well, this is a no-brainer. Let's do that. Let's do that. Some of this. So yeah, it's I didn't know any of this 10 years ago when I started with Eclipse. So it was, like I was grasping at straws, and there have been every couple of years I'm like, oh wait, I can do this. Oh wait, I can do that. Oh wait, what about this? Wait, this and that. So yeah, line up the class. Let's teach it.
Yes, let's go.
Zach, a couple times in your books and in your marketing, I've seen the X-Files come up. Are you a fan of the X-Files?
Oh yeah, I like the X-Files. The new one we're about to talk about, the Smart Division, is very X-Files. Yeah, I watched the X-Files religiously growing up. It's a great series. So,
are you excited about the? Was it Kugler is working on a new X-Files?
I mean, Kugler doesn't miss.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
They don't miss. He does not miss. So
no.
I mean, I'll go in excited just because Ryan Coogler's doing X-Files, to be honest with you. Like I'll wait to see if they disappoint me, but I don't think I mean, we'll see, right? But I mean, there's not many. There's a short list of 5 or 10 people in Hollywood that just don't miss. Christopher Nolan is one where he calls up and says, I'm doing a movie, you just go yes. And I think Ryan Coogler is now where if Ryan Coogler is doing the phone book, you're like, I can't wait to see the phone book. The phone book sounds awesome.
With Ryan Gosling.
The phone book, yeah.
Very cool. Let's get to the Smart Division, and I have the very first question, and it's not my question.
Okay.
Because this is a book about AI, I decided to ask ChatGPT what would be a good question to ask a guy that's writing a comic book about predictive AI and crimes.
Great.
The question is, how does your story explore the ethical dilemmas of allowing AI to predict and prevent crimes before they happen? Does that make sense?
Yeah, do it again. Dude, in typical AI fashion, it's wordy.
Yeah. How does your story explore ethical dilemmas of allowing AI to predict and prevent crimes before they happen?
So my story does not look at AI preventing crimes before they happen.
It's not a predictive, right? Right.
No. In fact, it's a crime generation app. Explain
that.
Yeah. I don't know how. I'll try not to give too much away, but there are you can train a large language model to do anything you want it to do. So you can train a large language model to analyze crimes and figure out the best way to solve those crimes, which sounds like a very idealistic good thing that we would need for our law enforcement. You can also take a large language model and feed it all the crimes and say, if I wanted to commit more crimes, knowing everything that the detectives do, how would I commit a crime and avoid detection at every turn? And AI could tell you. Now, AI won't do that because AI has safeguards, except there are the ChatGPTs and the Geminis. Those are only the consumer mass market AI language models. There are actually thousands of large language models that you can download all over the internet that do not have safeguards. So this probably already exists now. You can ask AI how to commit a crime, and it can tell you what the detectives will look for and how to avoid it. So that's really what this is about. And it's not so much about the ethics of creating that or allowing that. It's about the question of, what are we going to do when that happens in 5 minutes in the future here? Like when people start committing crimes with AI and doing bad things with AI, what do we do about that? How do our detectives handle that? How does our law enforcement handle that? How do we as a society sign off on that? Do
Yeah.
we just accept that? Do we just like that's just part of society now? People commit crimes and they're using AI and ChatGPT. They can figure out the response times. They can figure out the CCTV blind spots. They can figure out, you know, how to avoid getting a gun trace. They can figure out everything. What do you do?
Yeah.
So I wrote the book so that someone would answer that question.
Yeah,
I don't have the
That's
answer.
super interesting because there's already been cases where like a kid's looked up how to make a bomb on ChatGPT or something like that,
And it told them.
like it told them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like super. I never even thought of it like that because that's definitely something that could be plausible in the future.
So yeah, our entire criminal justice system is getting left in the dust. Like, what do they do? Like, what do detectives do when they show up? The first issue dives right into it. What do you do when you show up to a crime scene and everything you'd look for is scrubbed? There's no clues. All the clues are gone. So yeah, it's a real interesting conundrum. But it's a sci-fi. I call it sci-fi, but I don't. Maybe it's not sci-fi. Maybe there's nothing sci-fi about this sci-fi thriller. This is just a mystery thriller about the two detectives who are tracking down a killer using the first AI crime app, and the two characters are really you know, kind of the glue, and their different points of view about this. And I think in that regards, the story is more than just a thriller. This is really kind of an existential kind of drama about what we're going to do at this cross section. So yeah, it's fun.
Can you tell us more about the main characters?
Yeah, it's a generational divide. So the older gentleman is in his 40s, very much a Gen Xer, and you know, he's spent 20 plus years solving crimes, but seeing the institutions fail. I think this story is taking place right now, and we're trying to be as authentic as possible to where we are right now. And so politicalization and kind of the rules of the system not being really clear or respected, and you know, it makes people who just want to kind of catch bad guys and solve crimes, they're facing all sorts of modern dilemmas that have not always been there. And so he's given up. He's given up because the institutions are broken. And the Gen Z character, Stevie Lark, is very good with technology. She's embraced it. She's a young FBI agent. She's driven to do whatever it takes to catch bad guys because she's seen our institutions fail. So that's why she hasn't given up. So you have two characters who are looking at the exact same problem in the world and reacting with completely different different kind of approaches. And they are the X-Files duo, but I think of it more as like a true detective duo because they're unusual and they don't really mesh well, and there will be more problems to their partnership than just a clean Mulder and Scully who quip at each other while they solve the case. This is a flawed partnership that will have to go through it, and we'll see if they come out the other end or not. But it's just kind of, again, framing those two characters to ask everybody, now that we're facing this dilemma, what should our point of view be about it all?
Cool.
That sounds very interesting and very timely. I feel like everyone kind of got AI on the mind and scared of what could potentially be our future.
Yeah, it's almost in that regard. It's about AI, but it's almost more just about like any technology, any future, just kind of like, you know, when you're watching the world change fast, or when they're watching the world go mad, do you throw up your hands, or do you get to work? And if so, what do you do, and how do you solve it? And so it's about me trying to understand this moment that we're in with AI, with our failing institutions, with our changing society, and kind of say, what are we supposed to do about this? And so, you know, get to tell an interesting mystery while kind of raising those kinds of questions. And I've got John's art to wow every couple pages. And yeah, it's a great series. I'm really proud of it. I'm really excited for people to read it and check it out.
And in addition to John's great art, which is going to like obviously blow our minds and trip us up at every turn, you also have the unsung hero of the comic industry with Hassan on there on letters.
I would say unsung. Except he just won an Eisner. And as far as I'm concerned, he should win an Eisner every year for the next decade. He's
year. Yeah.
He's the best. He's the best letterer. He letters all my books. And not only does he letter everything, but in the Smart Division, more than all of them, he is showing off. The lettering is so instrumental. There are some pages where I don't know how to describe it, but the lettering essentially becomes a character in and of itself. There's a couple interview pages, and there's a couple things where in the hands of almost anyone else, it would just feel crowded. And he makes it feel alive. And I've written in the whole series, I've written so many ambitious lettering things. Issue 2 has got some crazy lettering things where it's just like, oh, hey, son, try this. So, and he of course he does. So, yeah, absolutely phenomenal. It's such a joy to work with him. He's so great.
He's so good. There's not 2 books that he's ever done that have looked the same. Like you said, he truly feels like letters are a character with him at the helm. And when you write it and you know that he's going to be your letterer, do you know, like, I can do this really stupid, crazy thing right here and he's going to make it work? Like, do you have that faith in it? Like, when
Yeah, he's that good. He's great. Yeah. I mean, we did some of this in Mindset, where we would push the letters. We'd have letters doing cyclical things, or letters almost creating patterns on the page and things like that. So yeah, he's phenomenal. He's great.
Zach, how many issues do you intend for this?
This is also a 5-issue miniseries. Okay. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And John colors it, so it's really just myself and John and Hassan on the Smart Division. So yeah, it's a definitely like off to the races too. Like the first issue sets the table. You get to meet the characters, you get to meet the case. It has a real climactic ending, and then kind of like it's just no holds bars, fever dream after that. Like it gets really intense and really exciting, really fast. So yeah, we're really excited about it. And it's out next week, so it should be. I think if you guys like, it's interesting because the comps. I'm like, okay, I guess World Tree is kind of a comp for it, and Department of Truth. I feel like if you like that side kind of energy, you'll like this. But you know what's fascinating? There are not a lot of crime thrillers like this, especially ones that play with form like this. So I was starved to try to find. And you guys all know comics, so if you know something that you're like, oh, this is a lot like that, I'd love to know it. But I had a hard time putting my finger on the this or that's because it's just not a lot of thrillers, and when they're done, I don't know that they lean into this level of form. I don't know how to describe it, but of messing around with form like this. So and the painting style that John brings to it. So. Yeah, it's a unique book. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's buzzing.
Do you like having multiple books kind of going on at the same time, or would you rather they space out and you can kind of focus on marketing and promoting and stuff like that? Or do you? I mean, I'm assuming you're done with Only the Savage Are Left, and it'll come out and. You're completely done with this as well, and you're working on other things, and they're just dropping. They drop.
I'm not done writing Smart Division. I'm done writing Only the Savage Are Left, and then Kill All Immortals. The next arc comes next. I think that while this year has been extremely demanding for me, very demanding in terms of writing all these books and marketing them all, I feel like it's the right amount. I feel like 3 3 creator-owned books a year feels like the right amount, especially when they're spaced out in the right amount. Now, Only the Savage came out in June, Smart Division came out August, and Kill All Immortals comes out October. So I only had that was tighter. If I was designing my perfect year, I might maybe have something come out March or April, and then July, and then October, kind of spread it out.
When was the last issue of Mastermind? That just finished, right?
Masterminds came out, yeah, just finished. I think at the top of July, actually, and it will be collected in trade in October. You know, I love Masterminds, and I had such a pleasure writing that one. And Stephen Thompson is an incredible artist, absolutely incredible. The detail in that book is fantastic. And we just got to a point where I was being ambitious and he was being ambitious, and we had a choice to make. We could either cut the quality of the book and speed things up, or we could go every other month with the releases and make sure it held up. And so we slowed down the release schedule of that book. So yeah, it was alternating months when it came out, and the last one just finished. But I think if you heard about the book and you haven't, and people are listening that haven't read it, it'll come out October as a trade. It's about the world's smartest secret society. It's definitely a who can you trust thriller, and absolutely gorgeous. And it's got a kind of experiential riddle solving puzzle.
It was fun. I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
Thank you.
Are you reading anything? Comics, books, anything?
I try, but I'm busy for sure. What am I reading?
Dungeon Crawler.
I want to read Dungeon Crawler. That's at the top of my list.
It's fun stuff. It's fun stuff.
I'm like, all right, what's the fuss? I want to hear about it. I don't know where to start on this. Do I listen to the audiobook? Do I
go with the audiobook? Yeah.
Go with the audiobook?
Yeah.
Yeah. Graphic novel form.
I know there is a graphic novel. Do I start there? Do I read the I don't know what to do. Do I have the book? Either. Do I have AI read me the book like an idiot?
No, I would have the guy that does the audio book is brilliant, and he really makes it come alive. And then I think you could read the first book and then go with like the comic form, the trade paperback kind of deal. I think that's a good way to go. Yeah.
I was rereading Invincible recently, just to kind of refamiliarize myself with it. Assorted Crisis Events is phenomenal.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he's a clever guy. Yeah, that's great. But yeah, I don't get too much time to be honest. Like I said, it's been a demanding year, so I get to read a little bit here or there, but not too much.
Can you tell us a little bit about your daily process of writing? You get up, have a coffee, do you sit down and just start plugging away, or what do you?
In a perfect world, I would wake up, and after answering emails for about 30 minutes or so, I would maybe get a good 4-hour block of writing in, pause for lunch, and so I'd write, a couple hours in the morning, a couple hours after, and then I would maybe do emails and marketing after the fact. But I found more often now I have a day of marketing and a day of admin, and then I'll have a day of writing. So usually when something has to get done, I'm diving in and I don't know, someone made the joke about being a comic creator, about how much you're just it's just a job of it's a marketing, basically. There's so much marketing and selling your work, and there's so much of it, and so it literally is 50% of the job. So a lot of times I'll just like Monday will hit and there's just so much to do, so I spend all day Monday just doing that stuff, and then Tuesdays, sometimes a whole marketing day too. And then I'll get a break, and I can, like, Wednesday through Friday, I can just write and bang something out and knock out. I can usually knock out a script in 2 days, because I plan everything so much. So So yeah, it's but I haven't had a normal day or a normal week. I mean, there's cons going on. There's all sorts of things. So it keeps changing, keeps me on my toes. Yeah.
Where do you live?
Los Angeles.
Oh,
Los
wow.
Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where you're from? You're wearing a Yankee hat.
I like New York. I usually wear my LA hat or my New York hat. I grew up in the Midwest though, and then I lived for a long time in North Florida, so it was cornfields and then swamps. And I surprise, decided that neither of those were for me. So I live in sunny Southern California. I came out here for film and TV stuff and went to school here, and so I've been here a long time. I'm as Californian as they come now, I guess. But
where in the Midwest are you from? I'm from Wisconsin originally, and now I
Quad
live in Florida. So
Quad Cities. I lived in Quad Cities, Iowa, right on the Mississippi. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I had a very Spielbergian sort of childhood growing up in the 80s in Iowa, because it felt I was like seeing E.T. and seeing like him go out in the cornfields and being like, that's my experience. So it was definitely that, and then it was, kind of realizing that the world is not cornfields and cute aliens that are waiting to go on adventures with you. So, wait a minute, this is what I was promised. Spielberg promised me cute aliens in my cornfields, but I don't feel that's
just corn.
Yeah. Where in Florida are you?
I'm in the Tampa Bay area now, but I'm originally from Madison, Wisconsin.
I'm in Sarasota, and Shannon, you're close. You're in Bradenton. Right?
Yeah, I'm in Bradenton-ish.
So we're all in the Tampa area, essentially. St. Pete, Tampa, Sarasota, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was further north in Jacksonville, so we have nice beaches but swamps. It's hot as hell up there.
Yeah.
You guys hotter? Is Tampa hotter? Tampa's cooler, right?
No, it's pretty rough.
It's worse. It's worse.
Florida.
It's cool to me. I don't know. I moved here from Texas. I think it's still cool. I'm literally wearing a flannel right now.
Yeah, no. I think I'm the only Floridian in the podcast right now, right? Everyone else.
You were born here?
Yeah, I was born here.
I moved here from California. I lived in the Napa Valley, though. Yeah.
Same.
Florida, Alaska. We all got some Florida roots, one way or the other.
Green Lantern Kyle came from Alaska. That's about as far as you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm originally from Michigan, though. But anyway, so anything else you want to tell us about the Smart Division before that thing comes out on Wednesday?
No, I think I've given you a pretty good tease. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely have you on the edge of your seat, and we're really proud of it and excited about it. I think it will. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of comic shops sell out of it on Wednesday. There will be some that over-ordered, and God bless them. But Only the Savage saw a ton of people saying, "I can't find it in my city," which is a bummer. It's not too late to call your shop and have them order it. It's not a pre-order; it's a reorder or whatever. But it's still orderable. So definitely, you can call your shop and say, take one of the shelves, take the ones on the shelf and put it in my pull, or order it for me. But yeah. There's some cool covers. I'll just tell you. John has an amazing A cover. There's a B cover by Matt Taylor. There's a C cover by Jacob Phillips from That Texas Blood. There's a D cover out there that's an incentive. I don't know, Shannon, how many you guys got of that one. That's Jesse Lonergan. Yeah. That's the B cut. There's the Matt Taylor one. There's a couple exclusives that are dropping. One exclusive is with Scott's Collectibles by Eisner winning artist Martin Simmons. Very excited about that one. So you can get that at cons or a few Scott Collectibles streams. So I'm repped by them for conventions. So we'll have that at New York Comic Con. Yeah. Check out Smart Division. There's the ash can. Comes out this next Wednesday, August 5th.
Everybody,
my birthday.
Is That's your birthday?
My birthday's the 4th, so I'm just considering it my birthday present. Thank you.
Happy birthday! Absolutely, I wrote it for you. You're not going to be working. Are you working on your birthday?
Absolutely, it's new comic book day.
Okay, good.
I would on Tuesday. I think I just was saying earlier today. I think I'm gonna process all the new comics on Monday because we're not open on Tuesdays anyway. So that way I can be off on my birthday.
Good.
She's a Leo. She's stubborn. She'll work.
But yeah, Smart Division comes, and then after Smart Division, we'll have a 3rd issue of Only the Savage Are Left. That's coming up a couple weeks after that. Super excited about giving everybody more of that, and then Kill All Immortals. If you guys haven't picked that up, that comes out. The 2nd trade comes out in September. The new arc comes out October. It's a series finale arc. Masterminds comes out October. So I got a ton of stuff coming out for the next few months. I'm busy. It's exciting.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Steve, you were saying that Zach's going to be at Cape and CalCon, right?
Yeah, you've got some.
Yeah.
Wednesday. You've got this is on my birthday, August 30th. Cape and Cowell. Shannon, you know those guys. I've been to that store in Oakland. Those are good guys.
I've heard they put on a fantastic little one-day con. There's a ton of amazing creators going.
It's going to be such an incredible experience this year. Aton and Miles over at Cape and Cowell do a great job with this con every year, and this year they're doing some crazy stuff. And
it's stacked. The lineup is stacked for sure. Yeah. You guys should do something like this down in Florida, huh?
Oh my God, I would love to do something like this. It would be insane if I could get everybody to come to Florida. California, y'all are all there.
Yes, this is true. There's Revenge of does one in Los Angeles. It's a fantastic little one-day con where they get a ton of amazing people. This is amazing. Yeah. So yeah, and I'll be at after that, I'll be at Rose City Comic Con and then New York Comic Con. Oh, and then I'm doing a signing with John at Collector's Paradise in North Hollywood this Wednesday, and got some other cool creators, Patrick Horvath and Henry Barajas and Jay Gonzo there as well. So that'll be a good one. That's in North Hollywood here in Los Angeles. So
I'm gonna throw it out there. You said you're gonna be at Rose City. We have Retailer Day at Rose City on the Thursday. I don't know if you're already scheduled to be a part of it, but
I think I am. We can talk. I think I'm currently set to come in on. I have to look. Okay. I'm not opposed. Let's talk.
Okay. Let's talk.
Yeah. I think I might have done it last year, but it was not on Thursday. It was on Friday.
It was on Friday last year, and they're switching it to Thursday this year, so we can still see the con.
I like Retailer Day. I think it's great. So let's talk. Let's see if it's possible. Yeah. I got MegaCon on my eyes. My eyes on MegaCon for next year. That's a Florida show, right?
Yeah. I'll be at that for sure next year.
Yeah, we all go to that. Yeah.
I've never been, and I'm excited to go. So next year I'm calling it. Yeah.
And I may be at New York Comic Con, so if I go, I'll definitely
come on by.
Come by.
Come on by. I'll hook you up. Yeah, come say hi.
New York Comic Con's great. Have you been before, Spencer?
I have not. Nope.
Oh,
it's fantastic.
Your mind's gonna be blown.
Yeah, it's really insane. Hoping I can get out there.
If my fiance Kristen's listening, I'd love to go, babe. Maybe you could to go to New York Comic Con.
The Artist Alley is absolutely insane. You Spencer, you can't do the Artist Alley in one day. No. So
I'll be there for more than one day.
Yeah. You just pace yourself. It's exhausting. And then there's like 12 different bars. There's 12 different Irish bars that everybody goes to after the convention. It's like all in that area. It's one of those 12 bars, and it's literally creators walking around to those 12 bars. So yeah.
It's so much fun. You'll definitely, if you need tips, I'll be there. Hit me up.
I'll see you there too, Shannon.
Yeah, I got Retailer Day there as well. And so there every year, but it's gonna be awesome.
Email me about both of them. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Austin, let's go, and we'll all meditate together.
Yeah. And it will be stress-free.
Yes.
There you go. Zach, it's been an honor to have you on the show, and really appreciate it. Looking forward to the new book. I know I'm going to pick it up Wednesday. It's
Thank you.
Anna, don't miss me. And anybody else parting words?
Yeah, thank you, Zach, for coming on. It was awesome putting a face or a voice to a face.
Thank you. Thank you.
Back and forth. It was great to
it was a pleasure
officially digitally meet you.
Nice to digitally meet all of you guys. Hey, listen, we need great comic podcasts. So I'm rooting for you guys. I'm excited for this, and congrats on, because you're just this is episode 2, right?
Yeah, you're the first guest on the show. We really
love it. I love it. Hopefully there are lots of amazing creators out there who are listening, and the cave is safe. I'm the canary. I came on in. It's awesome. So you guys will get a bunch. So
beautiful.
Congrats and good luck. Yeah.
Thanks, Zach. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Shannon, are you leaving too?
I am, because you guys are talking Spider-Man spoilers.
We're gonna talk comic book news and Spider-Man movie stuff next. Everybody stick around, but
I saw Spider-Man, and I got a question. How come his mom drank that blue stuff and her eyes turned all weird and supernatural?
I'm not gonna listen.
That's the one. It's the one with Zendaya. The one with Zendaya. Zendaya was in it, and then Spider-Man's mom drinks the blue stuff.
And there was a Cyclops, and then there was
there was a Cyclops, right? I was doing Dune. as
or the Odyssey, or
the Odyssey too. Yeah,
movie at the theater right now.
I saw one of those Zendaya movies. So yeah. No, I can't. I haven't seen it yet. I wish I could talk to you guys about it.
Spider-Man makes a wish and breaks a stick, and then it goes crazy with Gwen Stacy. So.
Oh.
All right, Zach. Thanks again, Shannon. Thank you, guys. Shannon will see you Wednesday.
Yes,
Zach, I hope to see you in the future.
I hope to see you all, guys. Yeah. Have a good podcast.
Bye.
Appreciate it.
See you, Shannon.
Good night. All right. Let's get to the news, and there's so much news going on that we're bringing in a friend of the podcast from the Comfortable Nerds podcast. Absurd is joining us. There he is down at the bottom. Absurd, how you doing?
Doing good. How we doing, guys?
Coming to us from Las Vegas. Austin, Spencer, you now know me. Absurd, welcome to the show. And when can we catch your podcast?
I believe season 2, episode number 2 should be coming out this Wednesday.
Oh, very good.
I believe. So,
and you're
check us out at Comfortable Nerds.
Comfortable Nerds, yeah. And
basically,
Kyle, do you have
we're
a
just
graphic
talking about weekly comics.
I'm asking Kyle if he's got a graphic for your podcast. There it is. There you go. Comfortable Nerds.
Thanks, Kyle.
Check that out on YouTube. And your co-host is Jay, who we all follow on Instagram. And he was recently at San Diego Comic-Con. You didn't get a chance to go. You were working.
I did not get to go, but I got to live vicariously through Jay.
We all did.
I was about to say, I feel like everyone did from how much stuff he got to do. The funniest thing was the story that he was telling me. He walked up to DWJ at San Diego Comic-Con and asked him where his line was.
I saw that.
And then proceeded to go to the back of the line.
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me, can you tell me what?
Hey, listen, I get that, because sometimes you know the artist, but you don't necessarily know their face. So
it was even funnier because Jay knew what he looked like.
Yeah,
he knew he was asking Daniel Warren Johnson. He didn't go up like, "Hey, pleasure to meet you." He went, "Where's your line at?"
Okay.
See, the second option where you don't know what the writer or artist looks like, that would for sure happen to me.
Oh yeah, dude. When I was at MegaCon, I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, there's no one in line. I'm like, is this the artist? I'm like, oh.
Thank God for cell phones. You can kind of try.
Or there's like one of their employees sitting at the table, and you're like,
which one is?
Are you?
Or the writer?
All right, this guy's drawing something. It's got to be him, right?
Yeah, the guy with his head down.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to talk comic buzz, Kyle. So this is just a quick little collage of images from some of the stuff that was announced at San Diego Comic-Con. What does everybody want to talk about?
Ghost Rider.
You got something, Austin? What do you got? Anything?
Well, who do we think Mr. Ryan's going to be playing? Which Ghost Rider? I'm thinking Danny Ketch.
I was about to say Danny Ketch.
I'm thinking he's playing Danny Ketch. And that's
no one can replace. Hey, my copy's back there. I was going to get it out.
That's why I picked
my Epic collection's on the shelf. Okay.
There you go.
I think that's probably the most logical. Yeah.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, they've already done Johnny Blaze, and I feel like giving Ryan his own version of the character would make more sense. And I feel
especially somebody that like not really everybody knows about Danny Ketch either.
Yeah.
Like when you think of Ghost Rider, you think of Johnny Blaze.
Exactly.
And that's really it.
And I think that's why they didn't say anything. Because if it was going to be Johnny Blaze, they just would have said Ryan Gosling, Johnny Blaze. And I did see like an interview with Kevin Feige. They did like a little red carpet interview thing after. And he was like, someone asked him which version of Ghost Rider is he playing, and he basically said, "We're saving that for Ryan to announce when he wants to announce it, because he's picked a specific version of the character to play." So to me, that means he's playing Danny Ketch.
D23.
Yeah.
Either way, I think it's a pretty cool move. I'm happy about it.
I'm very happy about it too.
How's everybody feel about the Black Panther casting?
I think it's a really good casting.
Yeah,
I do too. I've only seen him in Alien Romulus. I haven't had a chance to check out The Long Walk yet. I know those are his like two biggest projects, but he's great in Alien Romulus.
He's absolutely brilliant in The Long Walk, and that's what convinced me that that's the right guy.
So my question is, the end of Black Panther 2, the kid was like 5, or like 6, 7, maybe.
Yeah. 7 at the latest. Yeah.
They're gonna do a time skip, or what
I think he either appears in Secret Wars as like an aged up version, or they're just gonna soft reboot the universe as people are saying they're gonna do after Secret Wars, and it's just gonna take place however many years after Black Panther 2.
Either that, or we might even see something of just like you said, that kind of like time skip, or like they take him from X wherever in the timeline he is, and then drop him into Battle World. Yes. And then we see him from there.
Because there was, like, you guys remember that leak concept art that came out probably a year and a half ago of Secret Wars Doomsday, and they had a Black Panther concept art for that, and it was like an adult version of Black Panther. So things could have changed since then, but
he can also probably pull off pretty young. You know, I don't necessarily know teenager, but. You know, I guess we're looking at 12-year
early 20s.
I think it could go either way too, because the actor is 32 years old. I think
he looks really young.
He does look young. So
yeah, okay. And what do we? We saw that Blade is definitely not going to happen.
Yeah, now. I was gonna say, because going back to Ghost Rider, I was like, when they announced Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider, I was like, okay, so we're doing Ghost Rider, then hopefully Mahershala Ali Blade.
Yeah, they took it away from
Midnight Suns, but now who knows if that's gonna happen.
We get nothing.
And Moon Knight, you could bring Oscar Isaac Moon Knight back, but
I loved Moon Knight. Everyone hated that show, but I loved that show. It was so good.
So good, bro.
I liked it until the last episode. I didn't love the last episode, but I don't think it's as bad as people think it is.
People really trashed on it like for a while.
Yeah, it definitely is better than She-Hulk.
People, I like. I mean, I watched all of She-Hulk. I didn't love it, but there's some people that are like, "This is the best Disney Plus show." I'm like, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But
I've heard that one too many times.
To me, I'm just not a She-Hulk fan. But that was a She-Hulk show, so people who like aggressively hate on it, it's like, well, it's a She-Hulk show. I don't know what you're expecting.
I like Daredevil in it.
Yeah, that was great. The yellow suit. That was amazing.
I don't know. I don't know if I like that he was. It kind of throws his whole character off.
He definitely was way different than he was in the Netflix show, or even
or even in the current. Yeah.
It's like different character. It's like, what do you mean?
And we canceled the second season of Wonder Man.
Yes, and I personally, my opinion on this, I loved Wonder Man, but I think they canceled Wonder Man so they can fast track the Spider-Man 5.
Yeah.
Because they are bringing back Destin Daniel Cretton for Spider-Man 5. And I think that's their top priority, not Wonder Man. Because Wonder Man is a good show, but it's a show that not a ton of people watched. And I think
not a lot of people watched it, but it was good.
It was for a very niche audience.
I don't feel like it got enough promotion to it either.
No.
Right.
Like there was a lot
very
of good
well
stuff
acted.
and like
I like
very well directed too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a beautiful show, and like it was amazing. I hope we get to see more of that character in the future, but I feel like it could be a Moon Knight situation where we don't see him for 5+ years, which is
or if
sucks.
not again.
Yeah, or not again. Yeah, which would be unfortunate.
It falls into that category again, though, as kind of an odd choice of Wonder Man. I didn't care about him ever in comics until that show, and then I'm like, oh, I like this guy. Yeah.
Well, when they first announced the Wonder Man show, I thought they were going to tie it more into WandaVision, Vision Quest, those two shows, because Wonder Man's a love interest for Wanda in the comics.
Yeah.
So I thought for sure, and maybe they will tie Wonder Man into the Scarlet Witch, but at this point, they didn't really allude to anything. So
no. What do you guys think of some of the comic book announcements? And we'll come back to some of the TV and movie stuff. We've got a new Static. We've got Vixen, Steel.
What about the Absolute stuff?
I'm excited for all of it. I feel like I like that Ziggler's doing the Static run. He did really good on Miles, and I feel like he captures like that just very good storytelling portion for somebody that's in their teenage years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I haven't read his Miles run, but I'm definitely going to pick up Static. I've never read a Static book, and I honestly don't really know a ton about Static.
Have you watched the?
All I know is just from the TV show.
Yeah,
but
dude.
Everyone loves Static. Everyone who talks about Static is so passionate about it, so I'll definitely be checking out the new run. When
I bought the first issue of that Static and Batman. What's the future? Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, and I never had time to read it, so then I didn't pick it up, and I'm like, I'll probably pick up that whole trade. And it looked good. It looked good, but you only got so much time. But I'm interested in that. I'm interested in Vixen by, was it Stephanie Williams? I don't know who's doing the Steel book.
I don't think they announced the. Did they announce the creative team?
I think they did, but I don't remember who that is. And then Shadow of the Bat's going to be amazing.
That's the one that I am most excited for sure. Because Absolute Martian Manhunter has been unreal. That's my second favorite.
That whole team doing Shadow of the Bat is, that's going to be cool.
Same thing for Etrigan, the Demon Run. I'm really excited for that too, because it's the same people for Absolute Martian Manhunter.
Yeah,
I feel like that's going to be really good.
The Demon, that they announced that as well. And then Austin, what did they announce as far as Absolute titles?
Absolute Cyborg and Absolute Aquaman.
Are they getting their own titles, or are they going to be worked into books?
Cyborg's going to be in Flash, I believe. I think.
I guess. But I would think that they'd get a spinoff, but maybe they won't.
They'll probably do a mini like they're doing with Green Arrow and Catwoman.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited. I'm also really excited for that Batman Day special where they're doing a story for
the Batman in Two Worlds.
Yeah, and mainline Batman. They're giving them the same crime or whatever and seeing how they solve it differently. That sounds like such a cool concept. At first I thought it was like a crossover book, and I was like, I don't know if we need that now right after KO, but when I heard it was like them solving the same crime, that made me infinitely more excited for it.
Yeah.
Kyle brings up a good question. Are we getting too many absolutes, or are we just evolving with that whole absolute universe? Would you guys rather slow down, or?
I don't think we've gotten a bad absolute character. I feel like everybody has kind of hitting their plots. Like even when they first announced like Harley, I wasn't that excited, but as the story has progressed. Like I actually like Absolute Harley a lot.
Yeah,
crazy.
I think the way they're doing it, where they're giving these other books that's not Green Lantern, Flash, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, like a mini before they extend it, is a good idea, because then you're not just having a bunch of ongoings for the Absolute Universe, and then at that point it gets too much to read.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I think you can do too many. Yeah, at first I thought like let them rip, but yeah, if you oversaturate it, I don't think people are going to.
Makes me a little nervous. I don't read it all. I mean, you guys, you read it all. I don't read Wonder Woman. I don't read Flash. I don't read the Absolute Green Arrow. I don't read Superman. I read Batman and.
I read all of them.
I read all of them, but I'm very behind on a few of them. I will say that. Yeah. I'm very behind on Green Lantern and Flash, but Superman is really good. I wasn't
super good.
Huge on Superman until the last arc with Black Adam. That pulled me in. I was like, this is so sick. So
yeah,
if you're not reading Superman, you should at least check out the Black Adam arc, because it's really cool.
And that's Jason Aaron on that book, right?
Yeah.
I've given all the Absolutes a try. Like Absolute Green Lantern #1 did not do it for me, so I didn't do #2. I don't know why.
That was really slow.
Yeah, I think it did start too slow, and honestly, with having a kid and working 60 hours a week, like, dude, there's not enough time in the day, so like you gotta get me with that. With
it shouldn't feel like homework. Yeah.
So
I go through Absolute Batman like that. You know,
I love how fast it is.
Oh yeah, I pick it up right like the day. That's like one of the only comics that the second I get home from the comic shop, I'm reading.
Yeah,
I read it in my truck. I get it and I read it in my truck before I go home. No, it's
like your reward for the day.
Yeah,
I worked for this.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and I like Green Arrow, and I like the Catwoman thing going on right now. They upped the Green Arrow to 12 issues, so that's not really a miniseries anymore. That's a whole year run.
Yeah. I love Green Arrow. That depending on
so good.
Where it goes, it's becoming one of my favorites for the.
Are they on book 3?
It's
issue 3. I think this is 4.
3.
We still don't know who Green Arrow is, right?
No.
Okay, I'm like, I have no clue who it could be, to be honest.
I've heard theories, but I've only read issue 1, so I can't really say anything.
I've heard theories that maybe it's like a zombie queen or something like that.
I've heard theories that it's multiple people, and I wouldn't want that to be the case.
No, I wouldn't want that either.
Well, I heard it was kind of like almost a Spectre like hybrid. That was one of the theories that I heard, and I was like, that could be kind of cool, but I don't really want it to be that.
Yeah. Even the zombie Oliver Queen, I don't love that.
I don't love that either.
But we'll see what happens.
Maybe I'll pick up the issues.
It's pretty cool. And I just love the design. The costume's so cool, and the way he can just pull the bow apart like a sword is just like so cool and so like anime inspired. It's super cool.
Yeah. Did you guys see the Green Lantern latest trailer? The lanterns for HBO.
It looks good. I'm not 100% sold on it. I know we were talking before this, and it looks better, but I hope it doesn't flop. I
have a lot of faith in HBO. I don't feel like they miss much, and I saw people commenting, well, why didn't they make that the first trailer? And I'm like, why do we have to reveal so much? Why can't people just wait for it to come out and trust the process? If you don't like it after an episode or 2, then don't stick with it. But
I heard
people were so panicked about now. There's no green in the trailer. Oh my God!
No, I didn't care about that. But I've heard a theory and a rumor, and I won't say it here, but
I think I know what you're alluding to, and if that happens, I won't be happy.
Yeah, I won't be happy because what I was told from the get-go, it was like a buddy cop, kind of drama. And you got to have 2 to be, there's got to be 2 to be buddies. So,
yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, hopefully that's not true.
Absurd, your mic is muted. Absurd, you're muted.
I will say the last trailer made me think that wasn't the case, because it seemed like there was a lot from different like settings and time.
Am I good now?
Yeah,
My bad.
That wouldn't be the case, but we'll see. I do think we're gonna get Parallax, so I think that's kind of what
I think Sinestro looks perfect.
Yes.
He looks exactly like he should. But I've also heard, and I guess we can probably just say well, not the rumor, but there's a theory that Hal Jordan.
Does anyone not know the rumor?
Hal Jordan will not make it past episode 1. People say there's a theory, and so they say that all the footage you're seeing is from before he.
It's basically all like flashbacks.
Oh, so they're gonna be flat. Okay, so there's like 2 time periods in the show. You're saying?
Yeah,
so
that like where you're seeing Hal Jordan before he.
I could see that. Okay,
I know. Doesn't that like piss you off? You're like, fuck, maybe he does. I don't know. And the rumors. I was just talking about it because I saw Spider-Man just today, and rumors and theories and speculation and people getting hyped and saying this might happen, that really affects like it did for me today when I watched Spider-Man. That really affected how I went into it and how I like perceived the movie.
Yeah,
I can get into it later, but
no, I fully agree with you. I've kind of stopped. I used to be super into like the leak culture and like knowing everything and all the crazy theories, but it just hurt the experience for me because my expectations would be through the roof, and it would the movies would never ever live up to those expectations. So I've kind of toned back on that. Just now, I try to.
It is hard because TikTok and Instagram.
Oh, it spreads like wildfire too.
Oh yeah, one person talks about it, and then everyone talks about it. So it's so hard to not listen to it and then you hear it once and you're like, hey, maybe.
Well, that's ruined.
That would make sense. It would be crazy if this happens, and then it doesn't happen. You're like, you're thinking, but the movie's just as good. It's just, it didn't go in that direction. So.
Yeah, it sets you up. I mean, we'll talk more about Spider-Man in just a little bit, but again, Shannon, who was here earlier, she hasn't even seen a single Spider-Man trailer. I mean, people go to great lengths to avoid it. I'm a little bit like a kid that wants to peek for Christmas and shake the packages. Yeah. I kind of like to see, because I'm excited about it, and these things get announced 2 years before they ever happen. Yeah. So, some of it's fun, but then some of it falls short because they'll announce somebody's playing a character and he's on screen for 3 seconds, and then, oh my God, that person on the bus was this person. That person was nobody, and so it can distract and detract from the film going experience. But yeah, I think that's just the world we now live in. And if you can try to cover your ears and eyes a little bit, it's tricky, but maybe that's the way to go. I don't know. Had you guys, anybody read Terminal from
I read
Robert Kirkman?
Yep.
What does everyone else think?
I thought it was interesting.
Confusing.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Go into spoilers?
We could talk about it. Yeah, I think...
I feel like it's been out for long enough. It's been 2 weeks now.
2 weeks, yeah, a week and a half.
Yeah, it's Robert Kirkman, so obviously there's going to be some crazy twist. But the fact that they just killed the main character that we've been following that's the big issue. Yeah, I was like, oh wow, that's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I assume she's not the main character anymore.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
that guy, right?
Or the guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah.
I didn't like it at first. I felt like the twist was like not predictable. But I feel like it's been done before. But I love Robert Kirkman, obviously, so I'm gonna stick with it.
Like I think you have to. I think you have to with Robert Kirkman.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not going to
be giving me X-Men vibes. It's giving me like rated R X-Men vibes.
His take on the X-Men.
Yeah,
which is interesting. And I thought the big eye thing that was
cool. Weird, dude.
Weird, cool.
Yeah, in a good way.
I don't know what to think about it. Yeah. But I'm excited to see where it goes, and I love the artwork too. So
yeah, art's great.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else?
Doomsday trailer.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I'm really excited for Doomsday. I think I'm amped for that movie. I feel like people on the internet are being maybe a little bit too harsh, but
People, I haven't seen anyone being
not harsh on the trailer necessarily, but just harsh on Doomsday. I feel like there's a lot of negativity. People are like hoping for it to do bad, and they think it's going to be the worst Marvel movie ever. There's been no setup, but I have faith in the Russo brothers. I am very excited for the movie.
So I have, before the trailer, I had Marvel fatigue. I was excited to see Spider-Man, and we'll talk about it later, but that trailer like reignited the Infinity War, the Endgame hype for me. I thought it was a really good trailer. Got me hyped.
Did anyone stumble across the leaked SDCC footage?
Yeah, I saw it.
Because that made me more excited than the one they released to the public.
Yeah, I'm sure that.
I haven't stumbled across the leaked one. I am one of those people that is low key in the negative side of things. And my biggest thing is I don't want it to see it turn into like nostalgia where they're just like, here's all these people you wanted to see. And then
I hope that doesn't happen too. If that happens, I will not be happy.
So that's my biggest gripe and like my biggest worry. But watching the trailer the first time, it did get me hyped. But a lot of it, like looking back, I'm like, it looks like it's going to be almost like the same movie as Infinity War where Thor goes to fight Doom. He loses, he gets his ass beat, and then he goes and makes a team. But now the team's just like garbage. No hate against any of like the current Avengers, but like they're all C-list characters. You know what I mean?
That's what everyone's saying. They're like,
I think,
what the heck are the Avengers going to do? That's the point. This is like an Empire Strikes Back. They're not.
I think Doctor Doom is going to be playing, because this is the Incursions. This is time runs out. Doctor Doom's going to be playing both sides. I think the whole thing with Doom is he's going to pit the Avengers against the X-Men. And I think the footage of Thor fighting Doom maybe like later in the movie, maybe.
I think Thor is going to die.
I think so too.
I think he'll die. Really? I think that fight we see, I think he's dead there.
I think Steve Rogers is going to die.
No, dude, Steve's back as Hydra Cap.
He's Nomad,
I've seen that too.
He's Hydra Cap, bro. He's Hydra Cap.
Green Lantern Kyle, you want to come in and weigh in on this? We can't hear you, Kyle. We can't hear you.
Okay, I need to weigh on this because one, I have I got a ticket for opening.
Still
night.
Muted.
Oh, I can hear him.
Oh, yeah, I can hear.
Oh, never mind.
I got a ticket for opening night. That was an experience in itself.
Oh
yeah. To do that. I'm seeing it in the St. Pete IMAX.
Hell yeah.
On opening night. So.
It's not IMAX. It's probably Prime, right?
It could be, but I'm seeing it in that theater. But the thing about this is this is going to go one of two ways, and it depends on how they write the story. Because I look at that trailer, and also knowing about the Incursions and Secret Wars, there could be some risk of wash, rinse, repeat with Infinity War with this film, with how it's going to end, with obviously everything going on Battle World. And just key moments. But I was talking with somebody about this, and I'm excited for this film. But where I'm hearing from a lot of people is I don't have the emotional investment in these characters like I did when Endgame came out with all of those characters, because we had a 10-year build for that, and most of these characters have not gotten a lot of time in the MCU since Endgame hit. I honestly think there's only 2 or 3 characters from this current incarnation of the MCU that people are truly emotionally invested in, and I think that's going to have a big effect on this film.
I agree with that 100%. I just think I have faith in the Russo brothers. They have
if the Russo brothers do it properly, we can grow to love whoever's in this leading up to the climactic ending. I'm just still confused how Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom. How are they going to act like, hey, aren't you Tony Stark? I mean, aren't they going to be confused? I mean,
I think.
Well, other thing. Go ahead.
I don't think he's going to take the mask off in this first movie. I think the whole movie, it's going to be Doom mask. Maybe at the very end, they'll reveal his face. But I think for this first movie, at least, it's going to be straight Doom. No one's going to know. And then I think they're going to deal with that in Secret Wars.
Well, so I don't know if it's the San Diego trailer, or if it's the trailer that was released, but Mr. Fantastic says,
yes,
like, Victor, what are you doing, Victor? Like he knows him, and so apparently Doom is from that world.
Yeah,
Fantastic Four's world. So I don't know. I don't know if he would keep his mask on for that.
Well,
that's true. But
one of the speculations that's going on too is that Steve Rogers had been hiding out on the Fantastic Four's world.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Yeah, but if he is from that world, if Doom is from 828 or whatever the Fantastic Four world is, they still wouldn't have any idea what Iron Man looks like in the main 616.
Right.
And if he has because Doom wears the mask because his face is all messed up.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that could be a possibility.
My thing was like, why does Doom want to like do this? Because like for the most part, Doom is just like kind of like, I want to protect Latveria, and that's really it. You know what I mean? Like there's very few things that draw him away from Latveria until it comes to like Secret Wars.
Well, if you go back to the comics, I mean,
if
he
that
was
makes
trying
any
to create
sense, what
the
I'm
perfect
saying.
world. The world in his vision. That's what it's about. I think he understands what the incursions are, and he's going. It's his goal to manipulate and save his universe, or create a universe that he wants. And I think that was kind of the whole idea of Kirkman's.
I think isn't it like his world has an incursion, his world, I don't know if you would say dies, but I think then he comes to 616 and is like, this is my
I think maybe something that the 616 people did.
Yeah.
Maybe the events of Endgame caused the initial incursions, and those incursions maybe caused the death of his family or something.
Is that what we're going to find out maybe with the Endgame re-release with the new footage?
I don't know. I feel like they're not going to put anything too important into the re-release. I feel like making the re-release of Endgame be essential viewing to Doomsday would not be a good move. I think maybe we'll get a tease to something. But I think if they made the re-release of Avengers Endgame essential viewing, I don't think that would be a good play.
Kind of feel that's how they're selling it, though.
They said Loki is an essential viewing. You have to, you should watch Loki.
Yes. Well, that makes sense. But like the re-release of Endgame where they're adding something, I don't think that.
Yeah.
I mean, they could definitely do it, but I don't think that's the move if that's the case.
So my question is, Steve Rogers coming back is like the big thing in that trailer. Do we want him to be Hydra Cap or do we want him to be Nomad?
I'd rather see him as Hydra Cap.
I would too, but I don't know if they're gonna do it.
Imagine Dr. Doom, our Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom, and our boy Steve Rogers.
Be amazing. I hope they
together.
And then they're the leaders of the different areas of Battle World. I think
I would
Maestro Hulk too. That would be cool.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I would hate if I'd be okay with it, but I would not like if Steve Rogers came back as a good guy as Nomad, because you're bringing him.
We've
back.
already seen it. Yeah,
his arc is complete. Like he has the happy ending. You have to bring him back for more than just he's a good guy again and he's helping again. I don't want that.
I agree with you, but I think he could be the reason all of this is happening because he was selfish and didn't come back to where he was supposed to. So I think he could be the initial reason why all the incursions started. And that's why I think Dr. Doom is going to murk Steve Rogers. I'm like convinced. He's wearing all black. Like, I think he's dead.
Well, we don't have to wait too long to find out. I mean,
I'm excited.
It'll get here before we know it. I feel like I'm a bit more excited for Secret Wars than this movie, but I'll be there opening weekend for sure. And look forward to it. Do we have any other news we need to get to? There's probably a ton we really glazed over, but
X-Men casting we could talk about. I don't know if you guys saw that.
There was a couple things.
Adam Driver, Mr. Senator.
I was talking about the official ones that got announced.
Yeah. They announced what's her face is Emma Frost, right?
Emma Frost, yeah.
Samara Weaving.
Yeah.
Emma Frost cast, let me say.
Did you see I don't know if it's officially, did you see the Cyclops?
If that's the Cyclops casting, I am not happy.
Hey, listen.
It's
He's-
Cooper Hoffman, Philip Seymour Hoffman's son. I don't know if he was in The Long Walk. I haven't seen it. He was in Licorice.
Oh, was he the other guy in The Long Walk?
Yeah.
As who?
Cyclops.
Oh, he's going to have to get in a lot better shape.
No, this is, in my opinion, no offense to this guy. He's not like Chad enough to be Cyclops.
Yeah.
Like, Cyclops is the alpha Chad. You can't.
The Cyclops casting is not confirmed. Only
Yes, that was
Samara
not-
Weaving
yeah,
is Emma Frost.
And the Rogue and Beast, I think, got confirmed too.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw the Rogue.
Which
Is
those
that-
both look.
Isn't that Beast? Is he Isn't he in New Mutants, that movie? Isn't he like what's the fire spot?
Sunspot?
Is he Sunspot? Or am I getting two guys
I
mixed
don't
up?
think so.
I must be getting mixed
I think
up.
he's in Riverdale. I don't know if y'all.
I think isn't he in Stranger Things?
I think he's like a side.
This podcast is a
90210
podcast.
I don't know. He's in Warfare. If y'all have seen that.
He looks familiar.
This is for the Beast?
Yeah.
Character?
And then the other lady is Kaylee Spaney, which I have never heard of her, but she looks good enough, I think.
And then there's a lot of talk that the girl from Obsession could be
Mystique
cast in this. Yeah, maybe Mystique.
I haven't seen Obsession yet, but
Oh, you haven't seen it?
no, I need to watch it.
Dude.
I think it's free on Peacock
Is it?
or Paramount.
Might have to watch that.
It's
Yeah, I
good.
haven't seen it
I
either.
recently watched it. It's not as
My fiance went and saw it, and she was like, "It wasn't bad, but it was weird."
yeah. It's not. I thought it was pretty good, but I probably would not watch it twice.
Fair.
I saw it at the theater. I thought it was pretty outstanding. It was. I went into it trying to think of all the directions they could go with the wish that we knew he was going to make.
Yeah.
And my head couldn't get near dark enough to achieve what they achieved in the movie, what was actually happening. And her performance was absolutely outstanding. So, it set the records of most profitable film. And so that guy's going to be around for a while, and so are the people that are in it. So yeah, it's definitely worth watching. But when you watch a movie like that too late, I saw Sinners at the theater, thought it was brilliant. My brother, he waited, saw it on streaming, and it was so talked about that he was like, he kind of gave it a mid, review. And I'm like, dude, that movie was friggin' great.
I love Sinners.
Dude.
That was
So Steve, I'm like your brother. I didn't see it in theaters. Everyone talked about it, so I watched it at home, and I had the opposite. I thought it was fantastic, and it was worth every bit of the hype.
Sinners,
Yeah, Sinners is.
Yeah, I think some people just, though, you hear so much about something, it'd be, all the chatter about the Odyssey and then waiting to watch it on your 65-inch screen. It's not going to have quite the same impact. But, some of it, is the environment. But, I definitely recommend Spencer Obsession. Check it out.
Yeah, I definitely need to check that one out.
All right, why don't we move on? Because it's almost 10 o'clock. We got to get to the Spider-Man. Kyle, if you'll cue this is going to be a spoiler conversation about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Kyle, you got any sound?
Wow.
There it was. All right.
My alarm.
If you haven't seen Spider-Man, turn off the podcast now, because we're going to end with this segment. We're going to talk Spider-Man Brand New Day, and there will be spoilers. All right. Kyle, you're in here, right? Green
I am
Lantern,
in
Kyle?
here. I have many Spider-Man thoughts. For those who don't know, Spider-Man was my first ever comic book.
I can't hear Kyle again.
everything,
I'm gonna
everything.
hop out and then hop back in real quick.
Absurd can't hear Kyle. That's absurd.
That's probably better off for him, but
Yeah, Spider-Man was my
Spider-Man was my first comic book. Period. So anything time we're talking Spider-Man, I'm all in, and I'm gonna say this right now. I absolutely love this movie. I think it is Tom Holland's best performance as Peter Parker in Spider-Man, and This is the Spider-Man I've been wanting to see for a very long time on the screen. And I don't think we've ever gotten quite this version of Spider-Man on the screen.
Kyle coming out of the gates hot. What do you absurd? Kyle loved it. Can you hear him? Kyle, get his mic check.
Yep,
I can hear.
Check.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Third, I was just saying I think this was Tom Holland's best performance as Spider-Man, and this is the Spider-Man I've wanted to see on the screen for a long time.
I agree.
I saw it. I'm fresh out of the theater. I saw it like
Today.
like 11 or 12:45 today. I'm not as hot as a lot of people. I thought it was great. I thought it was a good Spider-Man movie, but I do not like, and this is full spoilers, I did not like Jean Grey. I feel like she was thrown in there because they got the rights to mutants and the X-Men. And I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but since when is there a heavy crossover with Jean Grey and Spider-Man? I just think that they could have picked any other villain and it would have fit better than Jean Grey.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this movie is amazing. I love this movie. I give it an 8 out of 10. It's probably
I'm a 7 out of 10.
My 5th favorite Spider-Man movie. I loved the action, the acting. I think the performances from Zendaya, Tom Holland, Jacob Batalon were the best they've been in any of the MCU Spider-Man films. And I do think this is Tom Holland's best Spider-Man movie overall. But my biggest gripe is I was disappointed that the big villains of the movie were Jean Grey and the Department of Damage Control, because Spider-Man has some of the best villains in all of comics. So this isn't really the movie is really good, but just as a comic book fan, that was a little bit disappointing. But I think once I rewatch it, I will like this movie more.
I also too, like, I feel like I rated it an 8 out of 10 too. I love the movie. I thought everybody's performances were good, or immaculate actually. Like the dynamic between Punisher and Spider-Man was so good. Like,
Yeah,
it was
I
like
love
that
that.
older brother, little brother kind of dynamic. But that they hyped up the movie and like we had all these announcements of these heroes and villains that were going to be in the movie, and then all of the villains were used in like the first couple minutes of the movie, and we saw each of them for like 4 seconds each and then never again. And like the way that they like kind of hyped up the hand, and then it was just, oh yeah, they work for us, they don't matter anymore.
That also bothered me. I was like, okay, I get the hand are sick and like it's cool having Spider-Man fight ninjas, but why are they here? It doesn't
And
really...
off screen, he defeated the Hand. Why would you do that? Off screen?
I agree with that.
Imagine the movie with Daredevil and Spider-Man teaming up to defeat the Hand, and then Matt Murdock turns, he turns like when he's evil and he's the leader of the Hand or whatever. I mean, there's so many things you could have done with the Hand. Why would you do that off screen?
Exactly. Can I pose a question? Do you guys think the trailers showed too much? Because I tried to avoid the trailers. I watched like the first 2, and I think they showed way too much.
Yeah,
I feel like nothing in this movie surprised me.
And then also too, like all of the trailers, like I was hopeful that we were going to see more of X, Y, and Z characters, and then again we saw them for 5 seconds, and then I'd say like the first and second third of the movie, amazing. It was that last third that was just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, I agree.
It fit all right, but it just like it felt out of place in a good movie. You know what I mean?
Yes. I feel like it seems like we're dogging on the movie. I loved the movie.
Yeah, I know.
It's so good.
I'm a very easy person to please. Like I mean, 5 out of 10 movies or mediocre movies, I tend to usually love it. Love stuff like that. But yeah, I do like this movie overall, but I think we talked about it earlier. It's like the rumor mill and the theories, and once you let that get to you, it could ruin the movie for you. It didn't really ruin it for me, but talking about Peter was gonna die at the end, so when he does get shot by Punisher,
I thought for sure he was dying.
I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna die, and then he's gonna get the symbiote,
yeah,
and he's gonna be, he's gonna have this black suit, and it's gonna be so sick. No, Jean Grey keeps him alive. What? What do you mean Jean Grey kept him alive?
Yeah, I for sure thought that was going to be the post-credit scene. They were going to
Yeah.
recreate the Craven's Last Hunt cover.
Yeah.
I
thought he was going to come out of the grave, and it would, dude, the theater would have erupted.
Okay, I'm glad that didn't happen. Like,
Bro, we wouldn't have gotten to see Punisher up in the hospital.
that was hilarious.
Well, also, there was all the rumors that the final scene or the end credit scene would be him like waking up and being on Battleworld, because all of this movie is supposed to take place during the events of Avengers Doomsday. That's why Spider-Man is not in Doomsday.
Okay, see, I took that as
I think he does end with him on Battleworld. That's the
I think that's what that post credit scene is. But they were actually.
All right, I haven't chimed in yet here.
Yeah, hit us with it.
I give it a 9 out of 10, and it's actually my favorite Spider-Man movie yet.
Really?
Yeah. And you know why? First of all, it's the first time I've liked Zendaya in one of these movies. I found her like obnoxious, annoying, and snarky in every other one of these. So it's the first time I liked her. But that aside, it's the first time it felt like the Spider-Man I wanted in New York City.
Yeah.
There was so much of New York City. Yeah, they gave us each of those comic book covers way too quick, and Tombstone's there for 3 seconds. I did like a lot of the Scorpion stuff, but the way he was like accepted as Spider-Man. As a comic book lover, I'm tired of origin stories that just seem to drag on movie after movie. And this one finally felt like he's established. They know who he is. He's talking to the police detective on the phone, and he's accepted, and he comes down on the street and he talks to people, and then adding the Punisher, very clever how they worked around his violence and his cursing. I thought that was perfect. I thought the Hulk was incredible. The scenes with the Hulk were really cool. They gave us too much in that last trailer. I wish they hadn't.
Yeah, I agree.
The Jean Grey stuff's a little bit off-putting. Not that she wasn't good in the role, but I guess they're trying to build towards something with that. I guess the only thing that I think could have made this, in my opinion, a 10 out of 10 is maybe somehow the Hobgoblin becomes involved, or one of my favorite villains. But it gave me so much that I enjoyed, that I have to put it at the top of my list. And Tom Holland, I thought, nailed it. I liked the process and him building the thing to kind of suppress and, all that, and then letting it go. I don't know. I just, I really, really liked it. I'm looking forward to seeing it again.
Well, I think Marvel did a great job of doing a few sneaky things in this film, too, that people I haven't seen talk about much. They brought back Savage Hulk.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, everybody forgets, because it's been so long, how traumatized Jean Grey was when she first got to Xavier in the X-Men. She was a mess. Even and he was told that in her origin story, because of the death of her sister. So I can see playing up on that. The other couple of things, though, with this movie, one, you mentioned the cop he was talking to, getting that connection to Jean DeWolf, which could set up a Sin Eater Spider-Man movie at some point, if they really wanted to do something more with an edge with Spider-Man, because the death of Jean DeWolf is one of the most well-known Spider-Man comics arcs of all time. But the other thing I have 2 other points, and I'll let you guys have the rest of the way. I love Yelena, and she was so great in this.
Yeah, she's great.
She is to me, of the new character, she is the most entertaining of the new characters that have come out of this phase.
100%.
Yeah,
Yes.
100,000%.
She's the best part of Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see her in Doomsday. I hope she has a huge role in Doomsday.
But the other thing I just wanted to comment too, real quick, is Tom Holland now has the 2 biggest gut punch scenes in the MCU. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. And then the scene where Jean Grey has taken over MJ, and he thinks it's MJ.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You realize it's Jean.
That was rough.
Like, that, I mean, there were, in the audience I was in a sold-out crowd. I could hear the women crying. Like, oh, this is so...
Oh, no.
And then this, like the God damn it when that
That
happened.
was dirty by Gene. That was
The
dirty.
Red Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was probably the best scene of the movie, in my opinion.
So Kyle, I'm not super familiar with X-Men books, but don't you think that Jean Grey, I mean, her problems are solved? No, is she going to be so troubled where?
I think her problems aren't 100% solved because she's still technically on her own. I mean, the impression I got was she was headed to Westchester at the end of the film.
Right.
Yeah.
But her powers just quadrupled in this film.
Yeah.
How much is she going to be overwhelmed by her telepathic abilities, and now this telekinesis that just burst out of nowhere that was so powerful just on an emotional burst? It's a setup for Phoenix too. It truly is, depending on what angle they're going with in these upcoming X-Men films. And I think, the only problem I have with this being Jean Grey, there was a part of me that really hoped maybe they're going to do a Rachel Summers or a Hope Summers instead, explaining incursions. By making this Jean Grey before Secret Wars, you're putting the X-Men on the board, because we know we're getting the Fox X-Men and Doomsday, but you're putting what could be the X-Men on the board after Secret Wars now.
Yes.
How do we know they're not going to? I mean, Sadie's locked in a contract. That's the only reason why we know this is going to continue. But how do we know this is going to be the same version of Jean Grey that we get after Secret Wars?
I agree with you. I do find it weird that they're introducing new X-Men characters before we see they're like hyping up the old X-Men right now, and now you're introducing a new X-Men. So that's a little bit weird. I also don't love that the end of this movie is like kind of a soft prequel X-Men movie. Like when I go see a Spider-Man movie, I'm looking to see a Spider-Man movie.
That's
not
what I'm saying,
X-Men
dude. Why is Jean Grey in my
movie.
Spider-Man movie? I don't need that.
Like I don't know. I'm so torn on it because I did love the movie, but it's just I don't know.
It felt a little Scarlet Witchy to me.
Could it be they put Jean Grey in this film to kind of help launch the X-Men? Because let's be honest too, the last X-Men movie was not that great.
Dark Phoenix.
And the X-Men comics have not been relevant in how long, realistically? How many people probably need a refresher of some of these characters and be reintroduced to some of these characters? And what better character are you going to do that with than with Spider-Man, your most popular character?
I agree.
Yeah.
It's similar
I just think
like,
it's like go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, like, it's just kind of like I still love the movie a lot, but I feel like it tarnished it just a little too much because, like, I feel like if you guys did want to hype up the X-Men like that, do it in something different, because there's a lot of people that have been waiting for the Spider-Man movie, and it was so amazing. And then it almost took, like, that like last third of the movie, they could have filled that in with something even cooler than Jean Grey, and Jean Grey was still pretty dope. So I get where Marvel's coming from on it, that they want to get people like, oh, let me go pick up an X-Men comic, let me go read Claremont's run, or this or that. That's smart on them, but I feel like it took away from the movie just that bit that took my rating from like a 9 down to an 8.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think the reason they tried to do it this way is because they've done it in the past with characters like Black Panther, who they introduce in Civil War before you do the Black Panther movie. But I don't think you do that in a Spider-Man movie. Like for Captain America, it makes sense because, like, I mean, people love Captain America, but Captain America's not Spider-Man. If that makes sense. Like,
but guys, I mean, this is all just small potatoes anyway.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. No, I feel like I've been hating on the movie. I overall enjoyed it. I wouldn't see it again in theaters. I will for sure watch it when it comes out on streaming. I liked it, and I liked all the performances. I love the Hulk. I thought that was so nice to see a giant, huge Hulk again.
Savage Hulk.
And
I didn't need to see Hulk dab this time.
Yeah. And I loved how they at first it was Smart Hulk. I didn't know that was going to happen. I thought he was going to be savage from the get-go. So, and then they showed. I was telling my wife this. They showed the difference of power. I always thought that Smart Hulk was just as powerful as Savage Hulk, but clearly it's not the case.
Oh, dude, he was massive. Savage Hulk.
Yeah, so
he was absolute Hulk.
It really showed the difference between smart and Savage Hulk.
I got to give a shout out to this part 2. The scene with the Hulk, the Punisher, and Spider-Man felt like I was reading an issue of Marvel Team Up.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
When Punisher's pulled under and he's shooting his gun under the Hulk, that was so sick.
So what do you guys think of? So when Hulk is fighting Peter, and Peter finally tells at least someone, but tells Hulk like, "Hey, it's me, it's Peter. We're buddies. Hulk remembers, right?
I think so. Yeah,
because at first I thought he maybe that he didn't remember. Maybe Hulk just connected something. I don't know. But the end scene with Ned, and they started doing their handshake, and he says, "Peter." He definitely remembered. So I think Hulk remembered. So I think going forward, I think people are going to start remembering. Like maybe MJ is going to remember in Doomsday or not Doomsday.
I think it was also cool that the way that they did it was like, obviously MJ doesn't remember, but the thing that kickstarted Ned was like the muscle memory of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The spell was to take away the brain memory, but it was that muscle memory of something that they've done however many times.
Do you think maybe if MJ wasn't under, Jean Grey's spell or possession or whatever you want to call it, and they kissed, real kiss, do you think she would remember it was all his memories?
Maybe.
No. Can I add something to the Ned? Mm-hmm. I actually don't think he remembered.
No?
Because I don't think he did either, because I think it was just when he was leaving the apartment.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah. Because when he's leaving the apartment, MJ's like, bye, Peter, or whatever she says, Peter. And then he's like, Spider-Man's name's Peter?
But they did the handshake, though.
Well, yeah, they did the handshake.
I think it was just him connecting the dots more than anything.
I think it was him connecting the dots. Oh,
I don't
shit,
think
you're
if the Hulk scene didn't happen, where Hulk looked like he remembered, and that's like they for the whole movie, he wasn't telling people his name was Peter. And I think that was the first time he's like, "Hey, it's me, it's Peter, Raynard."
Well,
and then he kind of came to.
I think the explanation for that could be too, as much as because I think what they did in this too, what people aren't talking about was the damage Jean Grey did to Hulk's mind. I think it wiped out Professor Hulk, and I think
for sure.
And I think that's why when he said Peter, because he was when the spell was cast, he was Professor Hulk. Now that he's Savage Hulk, now as Savage Hulk's and things, he might remember Peter from that savage moment, and that's the aspect of it. When he turns back to Banner, he probably doesn't remember Peter.
Yeah,
I got the impression with the Hulk at that point, just I think kind of feeling bad and sympathetic that this guy was sort of underneath him, kind of asking him to chill out. Like, what was it, Scarlet or Black Widow that would calm him down,
The sun's coming out, or whatever she was.
I mean, I think it could have just been that it was kind of a nice moment, and Peter kind of sort of begging him to not kill him. But the Ned thing, I don't know. I feel like he kind of remembered.
But like even with the Hulk,
I hope that he remembered.
They like showed Peter's eyes like through his mask. Like they made sure to show like that like Hulk could see his eyes. I don't know if you guys caught it.
Yeah, this is the best the Spider-Man costume has ever looked in. I love the fact that you could like through the whole movie you could just see his eyes through the lenses. That was so cool.
How great was it to? I mean, it was one of the things that I was so excited about at the end of the last Spider-Man movie is that we were getting away from a Spider-Man with all the Stark tech.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're getting back to a basic Spider-Man. Yeah, he still has some tech, but it makes sense because Peter is that intelligent. But I guess that's the other question is, guys, how are you feeling about the fact that we basically had a kind of a version of the other storyline where Peter's mutated and now it's organic web shooters and he's stronger now and his senses are even more heightened. What did you guys think of that?
I liked it. At first I was kind of like, I love the web shooters just because it shows how smart Peter is, but to me, this movie was the perfect inverse to Spider-Man 2, where in Spider-Man 2, he's losing all of his powers and becomes just Peter Parker and has to figure out how to become Spider-Man and Peter Parker again. In this movie, it's him becoming only Spider-Man and having to remember the Peter Parker version of himself. So I think that really worked for me. And I'm sold on the organic webbings for now. I wonder if they'll stick with it, but
I liked how they Peter needed a power boost. Like if he's going to be in Secret Wars, I mean, dude needs to power up. So I think that they did that on purpose, obviously. But I didn't like how he just overcame it. I thought he was gonna. Honestly, I thought they were gonna do like he's gonna
man spider.
Man spider grow some arms. Like that was a rumor, but
I'm glad they didn't do that. But
yeah, but he just overcame it. He just said I'm both, and so I guess that's okay. But I felt like
I think it was kind of leaning into acceptance of change and stuff like that. I think there was more to that. And once he quit fighting it and all the stress that he was going through, they kept emphasizing the stress he was under with the cop conversations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I like the vibe of that. That's why I want to see it again, though, at the theater. I'm ready for a rewatch already.
I'm going to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, so am I.
All I know is I need a Tom Holland, John Barenthal road movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the best part of the movie. Their relationship. That was so.
I thought Peter was going to get a new suit at the end because he said his suit's all cut up. So I'm like, are they going to give him a new suit at the end of the movie? But they didn't.
Well, I'm sure he will in the next one.
Yeah.
There was tons of rumors about the symbiote suit, right?
Oh man, I was.
They're holding that for Secret Wars. They're doing.
Yeah,
they're doing
that's part of the storyline.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we should probably wrap it up. It's been a long night. I think we've been at this 2 hours and 20 minutes. Kyle's Fandom Podcast Network show, True Believers, is airing this Tuesday, right, Kyle?
Yeah, this Tuesday we are doing, the True Believers is doing a full deep dive into Spider-Man Brand New Day. So it'll be live here on the Fandom Podcast Network YouTube channel, and we'll also be putting out in audio. Also, just real quick, too, Steve and I have been talking here in Tampa. The AMC Theater in Veterans has gotten a ScreenX theater, and Spider-Man Brand New Day is their first ScreenX film. So we're going to probably go try to check out Spider-Man on screen.
Anybody not familiar with that? That's where they have the screens on the side as well as in the front for the peripheral. And I think this film's the first film supposedly that was filmed specifically with that in mind. So as Peter's swinging through the city, I think you're going to see stuff going by you. And it looks fun. And a lot of other countries are really leaning into how can we get people to come back to the theater. I don't think it's just a novelty. I think it's probably a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Oh yeah.
It's probably not an easy ticket to get. It's probably like trying to get still difficult to get Odyssey tickets in IMAX for people. So
have y'all seen it, Odyssey?
Oh,
yeah, I saw it. IMAX.
Not yet.
Yeah, IMAX, phenomenal.
That was great.
I liked it quite a bit. It's interesting to see Zendaya, John Barenthal, and Tom Holland unseat their own movie as #1 at the box office.
Yeah,
they're taking over, dude. They're taking over.
And they're all phenomenal in both movies.
Yeah. Guys, it's been a pleasure. It's been a heck of an episode. Absurd, thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me on, man.
Hope to see you in the future. Check out Absurd's podcast. Where can we find you, Absurd?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok, just absurd.comics. And yeah, thank you guys for letting me come on here and yap with you a little bit. It's been a pleasure talking to all of you guys. And like I said, let me know if you guys want to do this again. This was fun, man.
Yeah, it was great having you, buddy.
Check out Comfortable Nerds. If you need anyone on your podcast, I'd be happy to hop on. So
Yep, just reach out.
Very cool. Spencer, thank you. Where can we find you?
You can find me at The Stoked Nerd on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
And Austin?
You can find me at The Retro Corner through YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
I am, of course, Comic Ronin, and you can find me at on Instagram pretty much. That's and on this podcast. Kyle, thanks for your services as always, and thanks for the Fandom Podcast Network. We're proud to be a part of it. And listeners, flatheads, as I like to call you, we'll see you next month. And oh, wait a minute, we've got
You got a little business here, Steve.
We've got TeePublic merch here for the show.
Yeah, we still a little the OG, but that's still up on TeePublic. The new stuff is going to be there soon.
Oh, I thought the new stuff was already up, Kyle. Yeah, that's the old logo.
But you can still get the OG.
Yeah, so TeePublic, you can find our merch if you're interested. And then there's a QR code to find everywhere Fandom Podcast Network is available. So, Kyle, anything to add?
That's all I'm going to say.
What's that?
Linktree is a beautiful app. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go. All right, guys. It's been a good run, and we'll see you next month. And have a good weekend.
All right, see you guys.
Take it easy.